Welcome to the White Guys podcast, where white guys talk about basic white guy things. I am the guest this week, Big Tony. I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty poggers. Let's get into it. Alex, want to introduce yourself?
Oh my god, he killed it. That was insane. We told him he had to say that. He lost his mind.
Yeah, I was ready to not say that, but I mean, you know,
Well,
we
it's
gotta
out
do what
there
we
now.
gotta
We
do.
have blackmail on you now.
If anybody knows a lawyer, let me know.
Saul Goodman.
Hold on, boys, can I stop just for a sec? My fucking internet is kind of
No,
shitting itself.
oh my god, I just opened the can. I just opened it. I can't unopen the can.
That intro was amazing.
I'm so
What do you mean you're
sorry.
into it? Sounds good. It sounds fun.
I mean,
so
yeah,
good.
we can hear you fine.
We can hear
Okay,
you
then
fine.
Oh, okay, then we wait.
Okay.
We'll wing it. Psych,
We'll
that
wing
was
it. If the
I
internet
played you. I
cuts, we'll
played
have
you.
to we'll clip it together in post.
Yeah,
We'll edit
exactly.
it out. Yeah, we'll edit it out.
Anyways, I'm one of your two main hosts, Alex. My co-host Kuba. Kuba, introduce yourself. We've never done this before.
Kuba.
Okay.
Hi.
God, that was so
I
awkward.
play music and
You
video
do?
games.
That's crazy.
I think he's
No,
starting to
lied.
fib.
I'm an artist.
I think he's fibbing. I think
Yeah,
he's
I
lying.
actually draw. I draw big voluptuous anime women.
Anyways,
Sell it online.
Anthony, what's going on in your life? You got any fun stories to share with us?
I don't have any fun stories apart from what we were doing today, but I think that's
No, I
that's a
told
secret.
Kuba about that, but we can't talk about it yet. on the show.
Absolutely, yeah.
I-
That's a secret to be announced in the future.
Okay. Blue balls in the audience, giving them a little breadcrumb trail here.
Oh, he'll be
So
back on in
yeah.
like a month, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah. I
Don't
mean,
quote me.
apart from that, I've been it's just been reading week, some homework. That's pretty much it. How about you guys?
Kuba, you want to go first? My
Um,
life this week has been boring for me.
Yeah, my life hasn't been too crazy, but as has sort of been a tradition these past couple of episodes, I swear this is not going to be a weekly thing, but I went back to the same
Oh my god,
village,
this is true.
dropped off. Yeah, I dropped off some stuff, stuff that we didn't need anymore, and like kind of gave it to them, so I got a little coupon again. And I go in.
Wait, right
and
here.
there is-
Sorry, can I stop you right there? And can I tell from my perspective right here?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it'd
it's
be
a
really
two-sided
funny. It's a
story.
two-sided story. I woke up, and I want to be clear, I woke up literally minutes before I received this text. Anthony, you're gonna have to Google something here. I want you to understand this.
Is this the Nerf gun?
It might be a Nerf gun.
Okay.
Kuba found a second. I don't know how he does this. A second Nerf Mastodon. At his
Nerf
value. I'm
Mastodon.
sorry, that was your story, Kuba, but I was blown away and incredibly jealous by this.
Oh, this thing.
Yeah.
It's fucking huge.
Yeah.
We talked about this last week. It's fucking massive. And so immediately I go, Kuba, buy that for me, because I'm coming down in December. Buy that for me right now, and I'll pay you. I don't care. I'll buy it. Because
No
that's so,
reimbursement.
where we live, that is so rare. All right, in this general area, you don't see that. So the fact that you got two within like a week, it's mind blowing.
You never know. Maybe Kuba has a local like Nerf tournament thing that happens.
I think.
Nah, I
well,
mean,
actually, if anywhere does, yeah, he probably does.
Not chill. I just manifested it. I just like thought about it and it showed up.
Yeah,
That's
he's-
all
well-
it was. It's really that easy.
Well, here I pulled it up on Google, and I see here in some images. It's pretty easy to mod this thing. Put a zippy battery in it.
probably
Custom.
could.
Yeah,
Yeah.
custom lipo. 3S lipo battery. Just put it in the battery case, and it works
I
natively.
forgot that's it. That's your big thing. Is you're a fucking genius. So-
Yeah, and I see a
Yeah.
lot of good custom paint jobs here we can do.
Well, the thing is, I'm not against doing any of that, but this gun is fairly rare, and I wouldn't want to practice on it.
Yeah, that's
You
true. At
wanna
least with the
watch-
battery, it's literally just alligator clips on in the battery slot. You don't have to do any soldering or anything.
Yeah, but even then, it's like it's hard to get your hands on this gun. It's
Yeah, absolutely.
for context, on Amazon, it's what, $120, give or take.
Something around that range, I believe.
Yeah. So the fact that we got for this low price and it fucking works is a miracle.
yeah,
and-
both of the ones that got work. That's crazy, right?
That's the real surprising part here.
You know, another thing I want to tell you actually, and Anthony, you're gonna need to Google this as well.
Okay.
I didn't know that this happened one day, and I'm mad because one day I was talking to my dad. I was showing him some crazy like expensive Nerf guns because I don't know, for the hell of it, why not? and I showed him a Nerf Rivals Prometheus. Anthony, you might want to Google that.
Yeah,
And
it's already
this thing-
searched. Oh, that's sick.
200 rounds.
Yeah. It can
Well, you-
fire 200 rounds.
You could fit
Yeah,
250 in
it's
there.
like $400 on Amazon. Yeah, you can definitely feel like 250. It's insane. It's on Amazon. It's like $350. And my dad was like, "Oh yeah, the Valley Village you always go to. I held one of those once there."
Your
Oh.
dad didn't
Buy
buy
it?
that? Listen, okay.
It was like,
Even if I wasn't like into Nerf, right? Like as I am, because I think Nerf is again. I'll say again, it's the easiest of the 3 shooter things to pick up: airsoft,
the
paintball, Nerf.
trifecta.
Right. I think
What are you
paintball's
talking
the
about?
weakest
Call of
out of
Duty,
the 3.
Battlefield, and Halo.
Basically, actually, yeah. Just a Nerf you can pick up and play in your living room, right? You don't need to worry about anything. You don't need to worry about mess. You have to clean up after, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, it also is the cheapest by a long shot of all 3.
Debatably,
way it
airsoft
works.
is also pretty cheap once you actually own a gun.
Once you own the gun, but the guns on average are expensive.
They're
as
only like
shit.
$100.
Sorry, I just want to mention something about the Prometheus here. Again, as I'm looking at mods here, I don't know if this is official. They have something called the God Hopper.
That's on Etsy, but yeah, that will fit probably fucking double the rounds in it.
This can be 3D printed, and you can choose if you want 2 sides or 1 side to it,
That's
effectively like quadrupling even more the amount of bullets it can hold.
Yeah.
And I also see here, this is another gun. I don't know what
looks like
this
a
is called.
Splatoon gun with that on.
Yeah.
It doesn't look real.
No,
There's
it looks like a
the-
jetpack. I'm sorry.
It looks like the Flood.
I'm trying to see here. There's a Prometheus. I can't find the name of it. Oh, it's okay. It's a Rhino Fire.
I have
I
a
don't know
Rhino
if-
Fire. I have
that's the one that's like a sentry, right?
It comes with a
Yeah.
stand and everything. It actually is really
Yeah.
It's not amazing, but when it shoots, it's really cool because the black parts at the front there, go in and out. Like it shoots one at a time, and it is really cool to fire. I really enjoy firing the Rhino Fire.
Yeah.
I got one. Oh my god, Amazon is like $1,000. I got one for $25. Because they don't make this one anymore. This one you can't get anymore. So if I had to say, this is probably the rarest Nerf gun I own.
Yeah, because like for context, just for some Amazon pricing stuff, another Nerf gun, the Nerf Barrel Break, which is an absolute travesty and piece
Terrible.
of trash.
Yeah.
It's very hard to find a listing on Amazon, but I got to it once. I don't remember how, and it's like $400 when this
it's not worth
gun
it.
realistically retails for like 10.
Yeah.
It's not.
The only thing about Rhino Fire is when I bought it, the guy I bought it from didn't have the 225 drums it came with. So I don't have I only have 125 drum. It's not the one that comes with it. So that's the only thing I'm missing. So no, I can't sell it for $1,000. What I think is crazy though is that Amazon offers you to pay $65 a month for this Nerf gun.
Oh, like a
car.
That's
like
ridiculous.
it's a
Yeah.
car. I wouldn't pay
That's insane.
That's insane. With a firm, mind you. But no, that's crazy. But this is probably the rarest
why
Nerf
would
gun
you
I
finance a Nerf gun?
own. Actually,
Nah, you just need it. You just need it, bro.
imagine explaining that to your wife or your partner. Yeah, no, listen, the $65 a month is important as you're firing your Nerf Rhino Fire at the wall.
Yeah.
It's really important. But yeah, I was like looking online and I saw that for like $25, like a 20-minute drive from me. I said, dude, I gotta have it.
Yeah.
I got
For
it.
sure. I mean, like,
like,
especially
well,
that close and that cheap.
And I'm already like we talked about this on the thing. I'm kind of a collector. I have my other rarest gun is probably the Sonic Ice Centurion, which the blue see-through Centurion, which is really cool. Fuck you, Brandon. We mentioned the name of the podcast. Don't worry about it.
Because yeah, so basically, Anthony, there is a difference between the one that Doyle's talking about and the regular Centurion, because it's the Nerf Mega, the big bullet one sniper rifle. It's a very
Yeah, I
common
have it
gun.
pulled up here. It's got
This
like the
one-
Game Boy clear plastic.
Yeah, the blue one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I love it. Dude.
Yeah. The blue one is a rare version because it's only,
Okay.
it was only produced in Japan, I think. if
Well,
I'm
no,
not
no.
mistaken.
Here's the thing. I think it was also produced in Canada, So in
I
Canada, it's
mean,
not
the
as
box
bad.
is all in English, so I'd
Yeah,
imagine,
there was.
yeah.
I got confused last time we talked about it. There was a gun that has the Sonic Ice variant. I don't remember which one it is. That was only produced in Japan. The Sonic Ice.
Okay.
So Canada also has a couple, but it looks like Amazon.com has some now.
Mhm.
Nowadays, it's not as hard, but it used to be a Toys R Us exclusive. Now you can get it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay.
But getting
Yeah,
it
'cause I'm
in the
look-
original box is hard. And I do have the original box somewhere around here. He gave me the box. The
Yeah,
guy
'cause-
gave me the box with it.
Because I'm looking here and there are a couple of Sonic Ice guns. The only other one in the Mega series I can see is the Magnus, the one shot kind
Yeah, the
of.
pistol. Guys,
hand
I'm gonna be real
pistol?
with you. I didn't
Yeah.
expect to be talking about Nerf here, but I'm excited for it anyways. Because I'm a huge fan of Nerf.
Nerf is dope. And on a different note, I don't think I've mentioned this on the podcast, but I purchased a second. I already had one. Anthony, you might want to Google this one as well.
Okay.
Nerf Rivals Nemesis.
Fuck this!
Which is
Is this the automatic one?
This is the 100
Yes.
round. It's like the Prometheus
Oh
baby.
yeah, I see it here.
I only have one of these, and I bought one to compete with Kuba, and then Kuba goes and finds another one. Did you get a
No
load of
way.
this
I need
guy?
it. I need it, bro. I
I'm
needed
jealous.
No, and the great thing about this is, because these are just exactly the weight that they're pretty heavy because they hold 100 rounds.
Oh,
They're
you can
automatic
hold
and
two of
everything.
them.
Kuba, I'm sorry to cut you off here. I want you to look at this mod, and I'm gonna explain it to the audience. I'll send it to Alex too.
Yeah, please.
It
Oh,
is
my Discord.
basically a tripod, like flat base, with two of the blasters on top with custom wiring for the triggers. I see wires sticking
There's
out.
three, Anthony. There's three
There's
of them.
there is three.
Oh no!
And,
Okay, wait.
and there's a
Kuba.
tub on top,
Kuba.
like a Tupperware.
Guys, Kuba, that YouTuber that we watched made that.
Holy shit!
He has a whole video on it.
Yeah, this is made by Coop 772.
He is an avid Nerf reviewer, and me and Kuba, I shit you not, we watched his Nerf Mega and what other one? His Nerf Dubelands and Zombie Lands.
Yeah.
His
We
Zombie
watched
Strike,
A
sorry.
whole bunch.
We watched
The
3 of his
Resident
videos
Strike.
just reviewing the Nerf guns, and we disagreed or agreed with his opinions. That is 300 rounds minimum.
Oh, and speaking of Nemesis, I'm looking at the thumbnails here. This is the one that Adam Savage modded with a custom.
He modded a Nemesis?
He modded a Nemesis. It's basically the same idea. I'll send the thumbnail to both of you or the screenshot. Yeah, that is so
What?
cool. It's basically a clear like tube that it looks industrial and it's got some spray paint
Yeah,
and
he
stuff.
gave it. It
and
looked
it
like a Doom gun.
curves. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's nuts.
Dude, imagine dual wielding those. Like,
No,
holy shit.
Look at
'cause
his face in that picture. He's like,
He's so.
And he
he's-
has a custom
he's
scope on it, like a
good.
professional scope.
as if you could
Oh my-
use that properly.
Yeah.
That's so hype. Holy shit.
That is incredible.
That's like why
The
I'm
thing
jealous
that's
of
great
people like
about
that. I
Yeah,
can't
like
do
like
that.
you can just afford to do this because it's like, oh, I dumped this money. It's for content anyways, and now I have this ridiculously cool ass fucking piece of equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a flex, dude.
Like the
This is-
Adam Savage version, you can actually use properly. The Coop one, I have no idea how you're gonna like. You can use that as like a turret. Depends on the game mode, I guess.
Yeah, it does look like the
It'd be a
mount on the
bitch to
bottom is
carry.
for like a turret. Yeah.
It's literally a
Yeah, it's-
camera tripod. I'm
It's
just like,
definitely meant to be a turret, 100%.
how the hell you're? But the Adam Savage one has like the same amount of rounds, if not more, and then you can carry it around. It's a bitch to carry.
And his is also, I watched the video a long time ago, but his is specially designed curved so it actually flows in properly, whereas the Tupperware probably wouldn't.
Okay, yeah, because that's
Yeah.
fair. Because they use a hopper system, but the hopper can get stuck. You need to shake it sometimes.
Yeah, so that's exactly what he was mitigating there with the having the
Yeah,
curve to
which is
it.
smart because like that's a huge fucking problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually is a genuine issue with the Nemesis I have. I want to confirm that the Nemesis itself, it is 100 rounds as advertised. You should not put more in it because I tried putting like 5 or 10 more, and because of the way the system works, it just wouldn't push the bullets at the bottom through the hopper to like actually fire. them,
really
'cause
need to
would just
shake it a
push
lot.
together. Yeah, especially when it's like basically full ammo, it's a problem.
Here's the thing: I shot my Nemesis a few times, but I'm always worried about shooting it because it's like I'm gonna lose the bullets. And the ammo, especially in like here in my basement where they get lost pretty easily, that can add up. I don't buy the official Nerf ammo. I buy the Adventure Force ammo. It does the same thing. It goes debatably further.
It's cheaper.
It's cheaper, and you get more bang for your buck. You get a lot more. So I don't buy the rival ammo, but so my gun has like a weird mix of orange and yellow balls in it. But yeah, I haven't got to shoot it much because it's just fucking. What do I use it for? I'm trying to set up a Nerf for here again, and me and Kuba are gonna work on something soon, and that's gonna be, if you remember, Kuba. I'm not sure if you remember. One of the reasons I'm coming down in the first place. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it this December, but we wanted to mod the Nexus Pro.
Yes, I do remember this, to make it as painful as possible.
But the issue is the Nexus Pro is being pulled off the shelves. And for context, this gun shoots about as hard as a paintball gun does.
Sorry, what's it called again?
The Adventure Force Nexus Pro. And the Adventure Force guns, or at least the Pro Series Adventure Force guns, shoot really hard. And the reason for that is because they're made for, well, pros. They're there for the modders and the people who are like grew up with Nerf and they're adults now.
Yeah.
I have one of their guns. It was $60, and I can't use it in the Nerf fights we do because it might leave a sting. It would actually probably hurt. In point blank.
I remember you have the
Aeon Pro. Right? No, it's the Aeon Pro. That's the one I have.
But don't you also have the shotgun one?
Which one? The double? Oh, that's one of their guns, but it's not a Pro Series gun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a sub-series of theirs where they're really high-tech, they're really cool. They have one that, I think it's called a Striker, where you can do single fire, burst fire, or fully auto. And that one's really cool. But it's also like $100, and I don't want to spend on a Nerf gun.
Yeah.
But they have a new gun apparently coming out to replace the Nexus Pro Cube. And when that comes out, then I'll be down to mod the fuck out of that and make that hurt. Because you bet your ass it'll hurt more.
And you bet your ass we're gonna record ourselves shooting each other with it and potentially post it on the internet.
Oh, we'll see what happens.
Because that would be funny. We'll see what happens. No promises on that, but I think that will go a little crazy, and in a good kind of crazy, you know, like the hot girl that you met at the bar, like that kind of crazy, you know.
Yeah.
Like she's fun. She's a great time.
Listen, I know you don't go to the bar enough to know. Listen. You
I'm
clearly haven't been to the bar.
I'm trying to relate to the people. I don't drink. I'm doing my best.
And that's respectable. That's respectable is what it is. But we had some ideas.
I do not need alcohol to engage in adult activity. I'm sorry, I'm ruining your vibe.
You really are.
Your style.
But yeah, we had some ideas for that gun. I'm just gonna leave it at that. We had some ideas for that gun, but I think it might be time to go off the Nerf hype train.
I concur.
That was basically us talking over the politics segment of today's episode because, again, very slow week in politics. I'm sure we'll have a week where too much stuff happens. That's how it goes in politics. You find, 1 week, you have nuclear threats, and the fucking Donald Trump stealing files, and then the next week or next month you have nothing. So, I'm sure in a week or two we'll have something to talk about more in that regard.
There's never a good in between, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's either we have too much or nothing enough. So, Anthony, we have a game for you.
Yeah, a game. Oh,
I kind of caught Kuba. I feel bad. I didn't know he was going to say more there.
Yeah, what were you gonna say, Kuba?
Oh, sorry. I was just leaving the audience with a little note. White Guys Podcast unfortunately does not orchestrate current geopolitical global events, and so we cannot.
I mean, I could have orchestrated a few if you just asked me beforehand. But
yeah. Well, if this wasn't like relatively last second, I would have. Yeah, and also, the audience doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony, how much do you charge for assassinations? Political assassinations?
I mean, I can't say that in the recording, but
that's true.
And also for his safety, we shouldn't accuse him of that, Kuba.
Yes, that's true. Allegedly, hypothetically, if I were to.
I'm just saying, it was just all a good little joke. It was all in jest.
for
Nothing,
fun.
nothing sad. Nothing, no harm, no foul. You know.
It's okay. Nobody will take
But
that
just
out of
send me a
context. I'm
message.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
I'll
me a
send. I'll
message,
send you a
so-
message. I'll hypothetically send you a message.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So, anyways, Anthony, we have a little game for you today.
Okay.
Would you like to explain
Wait,
it, Doyle? Because I feel like
I think
Yeah,
they-
sure. I'll explain the game.
Okay, thanks, man. I got it. So, not Kuba, but both of you actually. Again, I mentioned this last week. What did I? I don't remember. I genuinely don't. Listen, these podcasts are actually blending together in my memory. We do a series called JWF, Johor Wrestling Federation, where we put all our characters in a wrestling ring or whatever. A series that we created. They have their own storylines. It's awesome. It's really fun. But it got me thinking. Well, sometimes the character pulls out a weapon, and I go, "Holy fuck! They're gonna kill that guy." It made me realize.
Do I have to guess whether it's a real weapon or not?
Hey, shut the fuck up.
I've seen the first episode of this podcast.
Oh fuck, he has.
Whoa!
Oh shit.
Well, I just.
Well, this is a memory test because we've been trying to do this for the longest time.
Okay.
This is officially a memory test because we did this on the episode that may have gotten the audio corrupted. So, Anthony, this is more of a memory test now because really we need to get this game finished. We've been trying to do this one 3 times, like what? 3 times? That's 3 times. We can't.
Well, do you have any other
This
any
is the
other
third time.
answers?
Unfortunately,
I
no,
remember-
they only so much. How much do you remember?
I remember the. Well, if you list them off, I'll remember.
Anthony,
I think.
Shit.
Anthony, listen. There's this concept in television and media called making it the fuck up, and that's what
Yeah,
we're
yeah. Let's
doing
cut this
right
out.
now,
Let's cut
okay?
this out.
Let's cut this
Let's
part
cut
out.
this
Let's
out.
cut this...
Yeah.
Shit, I forgot that first episode actually went live. Oh my god. That's gonna be tough. We don't really have a choice though. But I'm gonna. Here's the thing. In that article, I completely read them in a completely random order, not how they are normally. So I'll just switch it around.
Okay.
That's the best thing I can do now. All right. So number 1, we have the. I'm just gonna roll with it. Fuck it. The ladder and the sledgehammer.
So which one was real? Which
real, which
one
one's
was fake?
That's how we're gonna do it. Every single time I give you one, is which one's real, which one's fake.
I
Okay,
believe
Anthony,
the
you give your opinion
sledgehammer.
first, done.
I believe the sledgehammer was real, and then they went and changed it afterwards.
Right, okay, you're right that the sledgehammer is real, but it was the other way around.
Oh, it was fake first?
It was fake, and then Triple H said, "Nah, that's for losers," and he started using a real sledgehammer.
Okay, so he just wanted to actually harm people in
Yeah.
Okay.
But what he did was really clever. Is that, and you'll see this in the games too, is the characters put their hands over the edge of the sledgehammer, so the games replicate it really well. So he'd never actually, well, to my knowledge, anyways. He'd never full on swing it. He'd always hit them with the very head of it.
So So he didn't want to use a fake weapon. So instead of using a fake weapon, he used a real weapon and then proceeded to make the real weapon much more inefficient than the fake weapon by not only holding it closer to his hand, but also covering it. So at that point, there's no point in having a sledgehammer because you don't get the extension on it anymore, right? That's the whole point of a sledgehammer. It's long. It's like an extension of your arm, right? So if he's holding it close enough to cover it, then what's the point of a sledgehammer?
Hey.
Style.
Yeah, to be fair, when you're in the audience and you see the sledgehammer come out, that's huge. That's terrifying.
Yeah. That's
especially
all
when you
about
know it's
fashion.
real.
Yeah.
It's fashion over function, really. Here.
You know what they
We're
should do?
here
They
for
should
the
get the fake sledgehammer out again, or the real one if they want to cause damage. Doesn't matter. It's up to them. But they should attach some of those pop rock things that you have at parties that you throw on the ground and they pop. Attach those to the end. It'll be like Reinhardt's hammer with the where you smash it and there's an explosion.
They should just they should have a guy who dresses like Batman and he throws up a pop smoke bomb.
They just have Gadget Guy
They
enter
have
the ring.
Gadget guy. Go Gadget fist punches the guy.
Dude, what if they just had a guy walk in with fucking airsoft guns and just started unloading them on the other guy?
They had RoboCop one time.
No way.
No,
No
I
way.
can't Google this. I can't show this because you'll hear in the podcast. But the guy goes, "Is that RoboCop?" Or something.
Oh, I see it here.
Yeah, and he
Oh my God.
I don't know if it was WWE or AEW or whatever, but RoboCop just walks in, and it's really hype because it's like genuinely it's him, it's RoboCop.
Yeah, he came to help
What the
Sting out. Not the guy from that one band, but the wrestler.
Metallica.
Different guy,
Yeah, Sting
different
from
Sting.
Metallica.
My favorite. My favorite musician.
Yeah,
There's
but
also
Donald Trump was in WWE once. He has his own page on their website.
I believe that.
That
yeah.
is real, and they actually
It
hype
sounds
him up.
vaguely familiar.
It is
Yeah,
real. It is
It sounds
genuinely
vaguely
real.
familiar. Oh my god. Yeah, he went in the ring with the like previous guy who fucking I always forget his name. Who like actually orchestrated the WWE?
Oh, Vince.
Vince, yeah,
Vince
Vince.
McMahon,
They
but he had
were
to
working
leave due
together.
to some claims.
I remember we were Doyle, it was me,
Pretty
you, and a
incident.
few others. We were at a restaurant and we look at the TV. We're like, "Holy shit! Is that the cast of Jackass on WWE?" And they bring out the giant fucking hand and wind it up and slap people with it.
Yeah, it was so fucking hype. It was like they did that. They apparently I think Johnny was in a Royal Rumble to hype up Jackass 4 or whatever.
Mhm.
And they did some
We
matches.
have to watch that episode.
We should watch that. We should actually watch the real episode because it was really hype. They
Yeah.
they had a Wee Man jump on the guy's face. I forgot who they were actually facing. He was pretty popular at the time. And then Wee Man hop on his face and stuff like a rabid monkey. It was really funny.
It was hilarious.
Because like wrestling is adopting the fact that it's scripted, and they're just kind of rolling with it now. Like everyone knows it's not secret.
Yeah.
They're not trying to
Yeah,
hide it
we all
either.
know.
So,
And it's more hype for that reason, I think, because now you can get
Yeah.
away with this ridiculous shit, no problem.
they're
right?
trying to
Yeah.
tell a story, but not like how normal TV does it. And I'll respect that.
Well, especially with kids as the audience. I know they have the warning at the beginning of like every like
Oh yeah,
time
don't
it
try
airs.
this at home.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like if the kids know it's fake, then it's kind of
It's
for the
probably
better,
better.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's number 2, Anthony. We got
Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah,
sorry. Yeah, this is part of the game now here. Barbed wire or tables.
Barbed wire was real.
Yeah, his memory's really fucking good. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barbed wire is, again.
You're supposed to fake it.
I'm
sorry,
sorry.
Fake it.
So there were a few times it was fake, but genuinely over time it is fairly real. Nowadays they're kind of leading to fake ones, but we'll get to that when we get into that. What's up next here? Fuck, one of these is gonna be really easy. Thumbtacks or the kendo stick?
Oh, oh shit!
And again, the kendo stick is just a wooden stick because people always ask, "What the fuck's a kendo stick?"
I know there was one of them that was not. It was like supposed to throw you for a loop, but I do think that
I'm asking you in a different order, to be honest, because like even when I did this the
Yeah.
first time, I put them in a different order than how they were in the article I stole them from. What?
Yeah,
What?
What?
because the kendo stick is actually fucking crazy painful. It's the same thing as being whacked with like a little bamboo stick. It's like just
Yeah.
being whacked with it will leave you a mark and stinging, right? But I do think
I think this
that
might
the
be
kendo
hardest
stick
one.
was real.
Backwards. Thumbtacks
Oh.
are real. And
Okay.
that is
I was-
fucked up to me.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't remember that one. I feel like that's the easiest one. The thumbtacks.
Well,
are
no,
like,
I think I
holy
just that
shit.
was those two were the hardest two, and I put them together.
Yeah, but did they use a kendo stick for real at any point?
As
or-
far as I know, they never did. I'm sure there was probably one or two instances, right?
yeah,
But thumbtacks, as far as I'm aware, have always been like, yeah, fuck it, we'll just have the guy stab himself. Who cares?
I would take a kendo stick like
Oh,
whack
100%.
over a thumbtack inside of me. Like I'm
Yeah.
not butt cheek Sonic over here.
Yeah,
So you
right. Like
say
that's
that-
easier.
Yeah, you say that though, but then it's like you think about it, it's like there's a reason why the kendo stick is banned. Like, sorry, not banned, like not real.
Is fake.
There has to be
Well-
some reasoning for it, right?
Okay. How about this? How many thumbtacks like would it take to go inside one of your butt cheeks before you're like, yeah, I'll take the kendo stick instead?
Before I take the
Okay, he raised his
Shit.
full
It's one big whack of a kendo stick on your back, so it's not horrible because it's just one. It still hurts, but how many thumbtacks until you say no? I'll take the kendo stick.
Yeah.
It's true, because it's like the way I look at it is like a kendo stick. I'm assuming can break like a lot of things, right?
Yeah, especially if used on the front half of your body, I'd imagine.
Exactly,
Yeah,
like, it can
it's
kill you.
brutal. It doesn't look bad, but I know damn well getting hit with that would suck,
Yeah,
right?
It's like getting hit with a baseball bat, basically.
Well, no, 'cause
Like,
it's
he's
not
not
like.
even. It's like
Fuck.
spread out too.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say it's a baseball bat because it is like, as far as I know, hollow. Like not hollow, but like
I think
I
it
think a
literally
baseball bat
just
would
is
suck worse.
bamboo,
it
right?
is bamboo.
Yeah,
as
it's
far
a
as I'm
bamboo,
aware.
my
Yeah,
understanding.
so it's like getting. It's less of a bludgeon like a baseball bat would be, and more of a like a whip kind of. Because
Yeah,
again, you have all that force carrying through a long stick.
I would
So
I would definitely take a little whip over the thumbtacks. Again, there's
any
a picture.
thumbtack for me, yeah.
Yeah, actually, there's a picture on this of a guy walking backstage after his match, riddled with the fucking things.
Oh, the
And
thumbtacks.
Yeah, his arm is
Oh.
like covered in blood. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, not even for one prick.
Yeah, no, I could take like one or two, but I'd still rather the kendo stick. Like I'd rather take two kendo sticks over the blood. If I'm gonna be honest,
Yeah,
I'm sure the kendo stick would hurt more. There's gonna
Yeah.
be one asshole who's like, actually, the kendo stick, Jesus Christ got whipped, and that's basically the same thing.
Mhm.
No, he got a lot worse than the whipping. And those two things happen to be big nails. I'd rather have 0 nails in my body.
yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, I'm looking at more or less what kendo sticks can do to you, and
Yeah.
they can do like ligament damage to you, which is pretty bad. But that's more so due to repeated, and this is where I'm kind of confused because who the fuck repeatedly gets hit with a kendo stick
Yeah,
day
they'll
in day
probably
out?
hit
Like,
you
holy
like
shit,
10
you're
of them
insane.
tops, and they're
Like-
scripted too, right? So you'll be ready for them.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that's
But
the
it's
end
like,
of it.
yeah, it's not gonna do anything permanent if you get hit with it once, assuming it's not like obviously a hit to the fucking head or something, right?
I mean, that's probably gonna
A,
happen.
a hit to the head from a kendo stick would probably fuck you up. Let's be real here.
I'm pretty sure
Come
they
on.
always hit you
Don't
in the
kid
stomach.
yourself.
No, I'm agreeing. I'm saying it's gonna fucking
Mhm.
kill you. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Well, up next, Anthony, we have.
I'm glad that
sorry.
was unanimous.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move on now because I don't want to talk about dead people. Chains versus the guitar.
Oh, chains or the guitar.
My
Shit.
favorite
Well,
instrument.
think
Both of
okay.
them.
Immediately my mind goes to that guitar, assuming it's not like a cheap like knockoff. It's gonna be $1,000, $2,000 if it's like a Fender, right?
Mhm.
Surely.
Well, I
shit.
do want to point it out though that a lot of someone who does know guitaring, you can get guitars that are like, obviously they're not going to use Fenders first of all, but there are cheaper guitars that are still considered full-fledged guitars that you can get at even the $300 range.
Yeah. Okay.
Just putting that out there, so is that changes your thought process.
Yeah, guitars
Yeah.
can be cheap. I mean, anything can be cheap, especially if you're looking to break it.
Sorry, it was guitars
Yeah,
versus
exactly.
chains.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to say, guitars were real.
No.
No.
The guitars, okay, technically, like, I'm not sure how you can play anything on them. They were made to break on hit. So very lightweight
Okay.
wood. The chains, however, were just genuine chains they bought, like, I don't know, Home Depot. So... And
So
they were
the-
made
the-
to hurt.
And so the guitars were like made.
They're
Well,
made to
okay, what-
smash. I'm not sure if you could play anything on them. I'm sure you could. Don't know how it would sound.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, I see what you mean.
Bad.
But what he used to do, it was Jeff Jarrett, and he'd smash the guitar on the guy's head. So they had to make it to break pretty much if it took any hit whatsoever.
Okay, yeah.
And it made a loud noise too. They made it so it would look like great on TV.
Oh yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Again, all the weapons are technically real. Anything's a weapon if you want to use it as a weapon.
Yeah.
It's whether or not it's made to not kill the man.
I guess where I went wrong was I was expecting it to be like kind of throwing me for a loop there, because I can see them using a real guitar, but now that you say that it was made to be smashed, then yeah, it makes more sense.
That's where it's kind of that one's kind of a trick question, to be honest.
I think it was mainly because I was thinking of an electric guitar. I'm assuming if they're made to smash, they do acoustic.
Yeah. I should have clarified. Yeah, sorry.
I mean, I did say Fender. You could have corrected me there, but
yeah, but I don't care. All right, last up we got.
I do want to acknowledge how sick it would be though if just like you had a fucking wrestler just like drop someone to the ground, pick up a guitar, and just start fucking shredding right before.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
They pick up the Strat and then whack you over the head with it.
Well, then the sound like a whole amp. They had they pulled an amp out from bottom under the stage. They plugged in the guitar and walked in the stage.
You just fucking shred it before they whack the fuck out of it, and it leaves a feedback sound if you break the guitar. Because obviously, you've probably seen clips where if you smash a guitar, you just hear woo sound in the background. Just how hyped that would be. That would go crazy.
So I kind of lost our spot here, but we only have one left, so let's finish it up. We have the garbage can versus steel chairs.
Garbage can versus steel chairs. Oh shit.
This is a big finale. You're going 2 for 2 right now.
Okay, so my thought process here is that the garbage can is the obvious, they wouldn't fake it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But also the steel chairs are so commonly used that I think that it also... I'm just going to say it. I think the garbage can isn't real.
You are correct with that, Anthony. Okay. Let's get a round of applause for our man here.
I think that was 2 for 4.
Yeah, well, 2 for 5. Well, sorry, 3 for 5. Okay. 3 for 5. Sorry. I think so. I don't know. Maybe I fucked up. But the garbage can is actually the Oscar the Grouch garbage can. It's very clearly aluminum steel. It's not real, and no one uses a garbage can that looks like that anymore. And the steel chairs are actually, in my opinion, the most surprising thing to be real, considering how common they are.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That is really surprising to me that they just, almost every episode, I don't watch the WWE, to be honest with you, but every time they bring out a steel chair. And that's real. Oh my god. I don't have a joke for that. These people are signing up to get murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they get paid a lot.
Money.
So, Anthony, I have a bonus question that I never actually... I've never done this on the podcast, I don't think.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's a bonus question.
Can I guess as well?
Sure. I think you know, Kuba. I think I talked to you about this.
Okay.
Is the blood real?
I already know this one. The blood is real in early WWE.
That is...
And I know how they did it, and I don't know if that would be something to talk about.
We can talk about. I mean, and that's the again. It's not like we're talking about NS. They did this on TV. We can talk about it on the podcast. They did this live. They took a razor blade to their forehead, and there were some wrestlers who were so known for doing it. I don't remember his name. There's one particular who could hold a quarter in the cut in his forehead.
Oh,
it was fucked up, and he was proud of it. It was a party trick for him.
He flexed and shit, bro.
Nowadays, yeah, he flexed that, and nowadays it is real. They try not to do it anymore, but if it happens, it happens. They don't. It was called blading. Isn't that kind of badass? It's fucked up, but it's badass.
Well, yeah, say what you will about WWE guys. If you love it or hate it, you have to respect that the actual wrestlers are probably some of the most dedicated people of any field known to man.
Yeah.
The shit that they do, not just do, but do in front of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. I call it, people call it fake, whatever. Yeah, it is technically, but they do legitimately do the stunts. I call it the same as stunt work for movies. They did actually bleed for that. So, I mean, I give them credit where credit's due. That is hardcore. But nowadays, John Cena had a match like this. they don't do the blading anymore. If blood happens, it is completely unintentional. And John Cena had a match, I want to say 2016. Don't quote me on that. No, I think maybe 2018. It was against a heavyweight someone, and he was bleeding, dude. He lost the match, I'm pretty sure. Like, it was obviously scripted loss, but man, was he fucked up by the end of it. Damn,
John Cena or the other guy?
It was John Cena.
John Cena.
It was. Oh my god, hold on. Versus, it's not the Rock.
I'm trying.
Brock Lesnar, I think. It was Brock Lesnar.
I'm trying to find some reference. Holy shit!
I think.
Wait, hold on.
Again, I did the research for this for some quite time. Yeah, it is. It is. It's Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. It was an Extreme Rules matchup, and this guy's face, I'm looking at a picture, is covered in blood.
Oh my god!
It's just red. It's just red, dude. Holy shit!
Fuck, I love John Cena.
He looks like he's in a fucking. Oh my god.
Brock Lesnar is terrifying.
Like
on him.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Now, this is a fun one. Me and Kuba, like, I'm gonna be in October. I'm gonna attempt to watch every Scooby-Doo movie.
No, not this shit.
No. I'm talking about this because there's 2 WrestleMania Scooby-Doo movies, and one of them had obviously John Cena as the main character, and the gang is being chased by a boulder, and this leads into another conversation I want to talk about today. The gang is being chased by a boulder, and John Cena jumps in to catch the boulder. It's fucking huge. This boulder is 3 times his size. And it just starts playing his theme song. Like, we thought it was edited in, but it's real. It's in the movie. It's on the official Warner Brothers page on YouTube. Oh my, I don't even know how else to describe it. He jumps off a cliff, catches the boulder, and just throws it over. And Daphne's like, oh my god.
And as he does, it just plays that one fucking song that everyone associates with John Cena, his fucking theme song. You all know the one.
We all know the one.
I was trying to avoid that.
Well,
Doyle.
it's okay. They can't sue me.
That's true. They can't sue you.
I'm not close enough to the original. So keep going. Kuba, keep talking about John Cena.
He's cool. He was in another situation with John Cena that we watched together.
Really?
If anyone remembers the Fred movie, was it?
Oh, wasn't he his dad in that movie?
Yes, he was. In all 3 of them. Was. Oh my god, I forgot. I blocked out my memory. He's the best part in all movies. It was in the second movie.
Easily, he's so good.
In the second movie, I shit you not, there was a 20-minute scene, give or take 15-20 minutes, where they're just in a wrestling ring with his bully and the vampire teacher. And it's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
And it just happens. Like, it just comes out of nowhere. It fucking happens.
And
like, you don't expect it.
And it lasts, like, way too long. Oh my god, Anthony, you gotta watch. Honestly, the Fred movies were like a guilty pleasure because they weren't good. No, I'm gonna say it. The Fred movies were a guilty pleasure, but they were so fucking funny. But like, okay, I'll give the movie one thing. It knew what I wanted to see. The whole movie is Fred just getting the shit kicked out of him, and he's such an unlikable character that you feel good. Like, there's nothing of substance there. You're not gonna learn more about the human condition by watching Fred. Shocker, I know.
You know what that reminds me of?
Don't say.
It reminds me of another kids movie and also book series, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Greg Heffley's just a little fucking twat, eh?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
He is. Why you have to say it's so Canadian-ish, but goddamn.
Twat.
Well, I mean, like,
you said it in the most Canadian way.
Well, in the fucking movie, it's like his downfall is just imminent. Like, he fucks up, like, he frames Rowley, he tries to apologize to him, and he's like, hey, well, I mean, at least things are going well, eh? And it's like, he's just such a douchebag, but he's the main character. And I love movies like that, because I never want to root for the main character, and he never learns his fucking lesson, but the side characters are just so lovable, and they keep you hooked.
I love Rowley, dude. I'd hang out with Rowley, I think. I like to think I'd be his buddy.
He's a fucking gem. Say what you will, but he is a king, hanging out with this fucking asshole for like God knows how much of his childhood, and still sticking by his side.
the bit
Like,
where like Riley breaks
what
his
a
arm
kid.
and Greg's all like, "Yeah, well, I broke it." Everyone's like, "Dude, what's wrong with you?" I live for that.
Yeah.
I remember we tried to watch that movie, Anthony. What's it, a year ago, give or take?
Oh yeah, we got like halfway through it
And we
before we had to
couldn't
stop.
finish it because we just all thought Greg was such a fucking douche.
Yeah.
Like we couldn't keep going. Oh, like there's nothing else to say about that. Like Greg's just a prick.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that kind of is why it became so popular. Because now, if you look on YouTube, I swear, anything to do with Diary of a Wimpy Kid is just people talking about how Greg Heffley is like a sociopath or an
Yeah,
asshole, or
well,
how he's
that goes to show how times have changed, I guess. Because back when we were kids, we were all like, "Yeah, Greg's the best." Like, I don't think anyone hated Greg when we were kids, right? Am I an asshole here? Am I in the blue?
No. I mean, I think it's weird because as a kid, you're kind of like set up to like the main character. You're like, oh, that's the main character of this book. I'm supposed to like them.
Yeah.
That's just how it is as a kid.
Yeah, but
And
as
that's the first time as a kid I remember being like, I don't fucking like the main character, and I guess that's fine. Like it really does introduce you to like a new style of book. Like I cannot like Greg Heffley or Fred or anything, but it's like the book and the content and things that happen around his like shitty personality are pretty cool, and it's like it makes for a good story.
Yeah. I agree with that. I don't remember liking him that much. I just remember he's the main character. But as a grown ass adult, I say, holy shit, I would have murdered this kid. I would have bullied this fucker into oblivion. Okay.
I'm sorry, we all remember. Yeah, I'm sorry, we all remember the fucking line where he's like, "No, we don't.
Don't
we
come
don't
by
say
my
we're gonna
house."
play anymore."
Oh my
No,
god.
you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we don't call it play anymore. It's
Oh
hang
yeah.
out.
I will
Yeah,
say
that
play
one.
whenever the fuck I want, Greg. I think someone should edit me into the movie, and I'm just really aggressive the whole time. Hey, Greg,
What are those
I'll
shitter,
play
eh? Though,
whenever-
because it's
yeah.
like, we'll say, yeah, let's go play Magic the Gathering. Like, what the fuck else are you supposed to say?
Yeah,
let's go hang
we'll
out.
go hang out, Magic. Like, no, it doesn't work, dumbass.
Yeah.
No, Greg's a piece of shit. Manny's worse though. Fuck Manny, little baby.
No,
douche.
Manny carries the movie.
No,
and the
I
books.
will knock that kid out. I swear. To
I
God.
love
Manny's
that
a little
one bit in the
demon.
books where he puts the mustard on his hot dog and he starts crying. So he does it again and he starts crying and he calls his mom and she's like, no, you have to put the mustard on vertically. So it's not along the hot dog; it's slicing it down the middle, essentially,
No!
like up and down, like bun to bun.
Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah, and he loses his mind, and I thought that was fucking hilarious.
You
Like,
heard it
if
here
I-
first, folks. Anthony's mustard's funny.
I think a little brother torturing his older brother with the way he puts mustard on his hot dog is hilarious.
You worded that like Ben Shapiro. I think
That's supposed to be?
hypothetically, if you put
Oh,
my
okay.
mustard on
Never
bun
mind,
to
you're
bun, that'd be really funny.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh no, we're good. Wait, okay, I want to go back to Scooby Doo for a second. Cause have you guys seen these new character designs?
Yeah, didn't well, I heard that they made Velma lesbian, which is a pretty big
That's
W.
big. I think that's
And then
huge.
immediately 3 days later, they tweeted about her having a secret crush on Fred, which I thought was lame to go back on.
I didn't hear about that, but
Huh?
that's lame.
Yeah, that's fucking the official Velma show Twitter account. Like 3 days after she was revealed to like have a crush on a character of the show, they went back on it. It was like, well, I have a secret crush on Fred, and I was like, oh, come on.
If I think she's bi, which is fine, but like, here's the
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
but it's just a
I
shame that they
agree.
built it up and then immediately went like back on it. So
these if you actually the other episodes I talked about like Ariel and Mermaid and how I didn't give a shit what her skin color was, and my opinion's the same here.
yeah,
But isn't it weird how they made the high dude who doesn't do anything with his life black?
yeah. Didn't they change his? Well, I mean, it's a whole new character, right?
No, they're all
does
the
it start
same
with an
character.
N?
No,
No.
Shaggy is Norval's real name. Sorry, Norval is
Oh,
Shaggy's
okay.
real name.
Normal,
Uh,
yeah, you should have.
Yeah, I know what I said. I know what I said. I meant it. I know what I said. Norval is Shaggy's real name.
Yeah.
If you actually look in the lore, Shaggy's a nickname they gave him because of his hair. So yeah, it makes sense that they're calling him Norval. But damn. And Velma, it looks like they just listen. I don't have an issue with her design. It's just weird that it looks like they took the paint bucket tool on MS Paint and changed her skin color, whereas they gave Norval a whole new design, and Daphne for that matter.
That is true. I did notice that the art style kind of looks like a mix of the original along with bit strips.
I don't necessarily mind the new Shaggy design. I just think it's all weird what they're going for. The Daphne one's like, whatever. I don't really care enough about Daphne, I'm gonna be honest with you. But the Velma design, it genuinely just looks jarring to me if you actually look at it. Like, they just took her character and paint bucketed the thing.
Yeah, it does look really close to the original. Because at the end of the day, I don't care about the characters, but like,
yeah,
it does. Yeah. Oh, I'm looking here at a comparison from like one of the more recent cartoons. I said the original, but like I was picturing the more recent ones, and yeah, it does look more or less the same.
Yeah,
but just like altered. Also, I'm not a fan of the like. I don't care what they're doing with the characters. I'm just not a fan of like this bit strips kind of style. Like you can see it with the mouths and the
I'm
the
glad
eyes.
I'm like especially with like with Norval, I can see that, right?
Yeah, if it's for like fast production of a kids show, whatever. But I'm just not really much.
No,
of a
this is
fan
an
of
adult
it.
show.
It's an adult show.
Scooby's not in it.
I see. It's on HBO Max.
And that's
now, yeah.
arguably the biggest thing for me is that Scooby Doo, the character who makes this show like worth watching. Like, I don't care how much you love Shaggy. Scooby is why you watch Scooby Doo.
Okay, I'm gonna send this to you, Doyle, and I'll send it to Kuba too. But here,
go for it.
Look at this. I wanna list out that Friends. This is the official for the audience. This is the official poster for HBO
right
Max. Yeah, and it has Fred, Daphne, and then Norval all lined up. Fred looks like some anime kind of inspired drawing.
No. He looks like he stole a piece of like artwork off somene's Tumblr.
Yeah.
Like he looks fucked. He looks wrong.
But you can see what I mean. He looks kind of like anime-ish, right, in that picture. Yeah. And then Daphne looks like she's off Total Drama Island. And then Norval looks like he's from 16, that Canadian show. I don't know if Americans have that.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't believe you pointed
It's three different art styles.
By the way, no, Americans don't have that. But that's huge. Well, the closest thing they had was a 2016 election thing. Which I'm not big into.
Yeah.
They have like 16 made.
They had like a limited short for them, yeah.
Yeah. But that's like, oh my god. That is fucking huge. I didn't notice that with Norval.
I'm just really hoping that, because I can see Daphne and Norval being close enough in art style, but Fred just looks different.
Well, I know damn well when the show comes out, they're going to change him.
Yeah, it looks like just a promotional thing. I think it's
it looks like they have it. The show's, is the show out?
I've seen. I mean, I saw that.
Well, a new teaser came out, I think.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was a teaser.
Yeah, I think you saw like a teaser. That's what I know came out for sure, but I can't play it right now.
This is adults only.
Yes, they So I remember reading. Again, I don't have the articles open right now. My apologies. I read a little bit about some of these characters. Ironically, I don't know much about Velma, who is the main character of the show, so I'm gonna skip over her. Fred is. If I recall correctly, I think he is a twink. I shit you not. Again, not much know about him, but he's a white guy who this is how they worded it. He's a white guy who takes credit for other people's things.
That's hilarious.
I think it could be, but I think they're really misunderstanding the Fred character. Norval is a stoner who runs the school newspaper, I think. He runs his own article on it anyways.
Well, it also seems like they changed most of the characters too.
I get that, and then they showed Daphne's tits in the trailer, and she's 16.
Oh, really? That's kind of...
All the characters are in high school, and Daphne is naked in the trailer. Her nipples and sensitive parts are covered by soap. Just... Oh my god. And Daphne has lesbian parents. I don't remember much more about her character. That's really all they focused on. I think she's, like, depressed or something. I genuinely like the idea of where they're going with some of these characters. I'm not remembering some things, but yeah. I genuinely all the things I pointed out are what they focus on with those characters. I'm not dissing it. I think the show needs to come out first, and then I'll probably watch an episode and go, "This sucks" or "This is okay."
Yeah. See, that's the
Um,
thing. I don't even care, especially because it's an adult show. It's like I don't care if they fuck around with the IP, do some crazy shit, and
Yeah.
like make it its own universe or like reboot. Because it's like if it's for like adults, like whatever. It's like an alternate universe kind of thing, and especially because Scooby Doo's not a stranger to that. They have
I think
multiple series.
I'll add on though. I really wish we got Scooby as like a pit bull or something.
That
Oh,
would be funny.
throw
Or,
him
no,
in
just
there.
scrap Scooby Doo. Only have Scrappy Doo.
No, actually, deal. That is fair enough. But have him as like a beagle.
Yeah.
Hi, you motherfucker.
No, make him a chihuahua, bro.
Make him a chihuahua. That'd be genius. If Norval just had a chihuahua. I don't know. I don't mind the character design so much, but like I'll be real. When I do say I am very close to the Scooby Doo franchise. Like as a kid, I love this shit. So whenever they do something that completely hurts the franchise, I die a little inside.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, then again, at least it's adults only.
Yeah,
Like,
but like I'll be honest, like because James Gunn did the Scooby Doo movies, and what he wanted to do, which would have been fucking hilarious. I want to be clear. James Gunn wanted a Daphne x Velma like relationship to be a subplot. Why can't we have that?
maybe in this show. Who knows?
Close.
It's not the same without that live action Velma, dude.
That is true. That is
Damn.
true.
But like
So
James Gunn was the sorry, Kuba. I keep cutting you off. I don't mean to.
No, go on. I think it's my internet still being shit. Call back to earlier this episode.
Yeah,
I-
I want me to put out the DM that you sent me.
You
He
can
just
put-
said, "Story of my internet is being fucky, so I'm answering slowly."
I live in the middle of Canadian suburbia, and yet it feels like I'm in the middle of fucking like the Californian desert, bro. Like the connection is dog water.
I'm genuinely like trying to cut myself off whenever you speak, so I could let you talk, but I feel bad because I can never make it in time. You shut up and I shut. It's weird.
Yeah, no, I know it's a problem, and I'm going to fucking go to Bell, the internet service provider's headquarters, and I'm going to commit devious acts of villainy.
Right, so
like-
Scooby Doo.
So Scooby Doo.
That's what we're talking about. So I don't know. Like James Gunn had like a very adult view of Scooby Doo, and I like real talk. If he ever got the IP again, I would love to see what James Gunn does with this. There was also a Scooby Doo comic where the main character survived a real, genuine zombie apocalypse, and people died and shit. I think DC published it.
Which one was this? What was it called?
Just Google Scooby Doo apocalypse or something. You'll probably find it. I'm fairly certain it was either Dark Horse or DC that published it.
Oh wow, yeah, I think it's literally just called Scooby Doo Apocalypse.
Oh, Doyle killed it. Oh, Doyle knows his comics. Who would have thought?
Yeah, no, I think you were on the ball actually.
I
Holy
was
shit.
for once I was on point with something.
Impossible. That's crazy. Yeah, it's actually pretty long running from what I see here. There's a lot of issues.
Yeah, it did end. I'm fairly certain, like after like 2 seasons or 2 volumes, just to say. But yeah, I don't know how good it was. I just know it ran. I remember like I saw it at because when this was running, I visited I'm not so local comic book store because I really liked comics back then. And I saw this. They had this all at the front desk. I shit you not. I was like, holy crap! It's Scooby Doo and the genuine apocalypse. But like, if you look at Shaggy, he looks like the biggest hipster of all time, and I just wasn't ready for that.
He looks whack, dude. The whole like beard thing going on is not it. I mean, it
Yeah.
is it, but it's not Shaggy. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
He looks good, but that's not Shaggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a fucking hipster. I love the Velma glasses though. I
Oh,
think that's
yeah.
so funny.
How you can't see her pupils at all? She looks like a Dexter's Lab character.
Yeah, she looks like a Jet Set Radio character.
Oh, that's even better. She actually looks like Beat or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
The main guy.
You know, speaking of kid shows, I kind of wanted to segue into this topic a little bit. What did you guys think about the Mario trailer? Did you guys see that?
Mushroom
did we play
Kingdom. Here we go.
Listen, I think Jack Black. We did talk about this, but not on camera. I think Jack Black killed it.
Yeah,
Genuinely.
absolutely.
I was
Easily.
I said to Kuba, I said, "Wow, if you didn't tell me Jack Black played Bowser, I could tell by Bowser's facial expressions.
Yeah, yeah.
They killed it on that. But damn,
The intro
Chris
was
Pratt.
so sick too. Like,
Oh.
I didn't think that they would bring back the penguins, especially because that's like more of a Mario 64 kind of thing.
That's what
It's-
made it so good, right?
Yeah, I did. At first I was like, but then it was like instantly funny, like just chucking snowballs and stuff. And they made Bowser seem like such like this badass. That's one of my gripes with the modern Mario games. Everybody like remembers, oh, as a kid I thought Bowser was so scary, blah blah blah. But in the games, it's just like this big goofball. He kind of feels like that, right? But in this movie, he like seemed like an actual enemy. Like again, in Mario Odyssey, it's like you fight him, it seems simple. The big, cool, like scary fights are like that the dragon in Mario Odyssey. It was never really Bowser, to be honest. Like he's trying to fucking marry Peach, like that's silly. But it's so serious and like scary in this movie, and I love it. And I also heard that people are saying, obviously, Mario says, "What is this place?" Right? He's transported into the Mushroom Kingdom. People are worried that live action Chris Pratt gets transported into the Mushroom Kingdom, which I think is funny. I don't think they're gonna do
No, no
that.
way.
But I saw somebody mention it, and I think it's hilarious.
They should
Why
make.
just think
Just
My
that-
brain.
I have a couple of things down on that. First of all, I'm just going to go with the joke thing first. They should make who played Mario during the do the Mario shake your. He should be
that yeah.
he should be the live action Mario.
Oh,
He
yeah.
gets transported and suddenly he's Chris Pratt. No, but Bowser, they did a really good job because he has a really intimidating design. I'll be
Yeah.
honest, Bowser, that guy is fucked up, man. He's on like
Yeah.
roids. He's
All of
huge.
Listen, all of the non-humanoid characters I think are on point. Say what you will about the penguins being goofy. I wanted to mention this, but the king of them, bro, coldest entrance in animated history, bro. This man comes out swinging with "Do you yield?" And I was just like, "Shit."
Yeah, it was like watching Game of Thrones. It was so sick.
You just fucking compare Mario to Game of Thrones?
No, just the movie trailer.
Okay, you're gonna see the movie. We're gonna have you back on the show. I just knocked over a beer can. You're gonna see a movie, and you're gonna be, oh my god, that was just like when Jon Snow. Like, shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
that was just like Jon Snow did that one thing.
Yeah, you know that thing he did. Oh
Bro,
my
no, we're
Christ.
gonna go in there, watch the Mario movie, and then two of the Koopa kids are gonna have like an incestual relationship. Like in
I'm
Game of Thrones.
sorry.
What? Where did this come
Where
from?
the hell?
Also, getting
Game
off
of
of this
Thrones has a-
topic while also staying on the topic Koopas, did you see Chris Pratt's interview? Or it was like the
No.
Nintendo Direct. I didn't watch it, but I
Oh,
saw a
yeah.
clip after. And he's like, oh, I remember being a kid and stomping on those
I did see that.
Koopas in the original arcade game. He pauses before he says Koopas as
Yeah,
if
he
he
had to
has
think about
of
it.
And I heard somebody caption it say, why did he say it as if it was like a slur or something? And it was,
Oh, I can't even say that.
but also, somebody said, I mean, somebody pointed out the original arcade game is the one game where you don't stomp on the Koopas, you have to bounce them from underneath.
Well,
Because it's the arcade game, right?
Mm.
Not the Mario, Super Mario Bros.
Yeah.
But I think that was just funny. Obviously, it was just a little goof. Who cares if the actor has actually played Mario games before? I don't care as long as he does a good job.
well, there's a quick one on that note. I should know, but I don't remember the actor. But for the Last of Us TV show that's coming out,
Pedro
uh,
Pascal.
no, the one who's playing Ellie.
Oh, okay.
She was actually told, and I thought for reasons that were not true, she was told not to play the game whatsoever.
Okay.
And the reason for
Okay.
that, I thought it was because she's a child and it's an M-rated game. No, it's because they don't want her emulating the performance of the girl in the game.
That's an interesting take. I feel like they don't want her to put in the effort to make it feel unnatural when they can direct her in a way that feels more natural.
Well, that too, I didn't think about. Like, that's the thing. I didn't think about that when I read the article, but someone else pointed out to me, and I went, "Oh, that's actually a really good point." But however, I think the fact that it's an M-rated game should, that's first up on my list of priorities.
Yeah, but I mean, then again, it's like it's not weird for kids to play M-rated games.
Yeah.
Like, what age were we playing Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that? Right?
That's my argument. Like I said to Kuba, because I play VR and stuff, right? And we play his games, and there's kids in those games who are talking the voice chat, and there are people who are like, "Oh, kid, fuck off, get out of here." And I was like, "Dude, shut the fuck up." When did
Yeah.
I think it is important to clarify that this is literally a military simulation game and they're little kids.
Yes, there's the
Playing
little
with
kids in it, and that's because that's what they like. That's what they find interesting.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's kind of weird how gaming, despite we still have ratings and shit for games, but no one gives a shit at
Yeah.
all
Well,
about
it's not that no one
what you
gives a shit. It's the
play.
parents don't give a shit, and they believe
Yeah.
it's game publishers' job to baby their kids. It's not. All right.
Yeah.
I remember
Not
the day I walked into GameStop or EB Games, and had my my dad buy Halo 4 for me.
And of all games too, like
I know the shitty one.
no, I meant like out of all the game series, like that's one of the ones where it's like they went for the alien aesthetic, I believe, as the lore has goes, or the game development lore goes. They chose it to be more marketable towards kids rather than like a Call of Duty or military shooter.
I'm sure they did.
The other thing I think that's important to mention about Halo that a lot of people disregard, there are very, and I mean very heavy anti-religious undertones with
There
the
are.
series. Like, ridiculously so. It's the main villain is a cult, for crying out loud.
Well, the Halo 4 in particular doesn't really have that. I mean, you're basically fighting a god, but let's not get into it. Let's not get into that right now. The first 3 games, though, and ODST for that matter, yeah, you are fighting, and Reach, actually, sorry, you are fighting a cult. You are fighting a religious cult in space. Fuck it, why not? I guess religion does reach beyond the stars. I don't know. I think at that point, I'm not going to touch that. I think no matter where you go with this is going to be a very sensitive topic for some people.
And that's why I'm going to circle back to actors in media.
Let's go.
Because I wanted to make another point regarding the whole, like, both Mario and the Ellie situation. And I do think there is an element where it does kind of suck, where the actor doesn't have any experience with the source media, because there's going to be a little less passion in it, regardless of how you look at it, than it would be from someone who loves the thing that they're performing in, right?
I agree with that, but I'll let you go ahead.
Like
A specific like thing to agree with that is I saw a contrast between when Chris Pratt was talking about Mario versus Ben Schwartz, I believe his name is, who played Sonic.
Yes.
And I have that right, yeah?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember that, yep. I'll double
And
check
it was
what
an
you talk,
interview. Yeah, it was an interview with Ben Schwartz, allegedly. That's his name. I don't remember.
You got it.
I got it. Okay, cool. And they're talking about what's your history with Sonic, and he's like, "Oh, I loved it as a kid. I had the Game Gear. I remember having to put in the batteries, and there was no other game that went as fast paced as that, like back then, platformer wise." And he's like pouring his heart out about how much he loves this game in this like quick little interview question, and then there's Chris Pratt failing to remember the name of Koopas, but. At the end of the day, again, I don't really mind. Mario is one of those simplistic games where it's like, if you know a bit about the universe, you kind of get the whole gist.
Well,
right?
it's because Mario's so popular. Like, our local toy store, they had a fucking statue of Mario for 20 fucking years.
Oh, yeah, that was sick. I wish I got my hands on that when they threw that out or whatever happened to it.
I think it's still there, but they moved it.
Oh, okay. I haven't been in there for a while.
I occasionally go there, look at the Nerf guns. I hate to admit it, but...
oh, yeah. Our local Toys R Us. Screw you, Americans. You don't have it anymore.
Yeah, don't have it anymore. But here's the thing I was going to propose is I think they should contact me to play Dr. Eggman when Jim Carrey quits. All right?
Oh, yeah.
I'll kill it. I'll put on the dad bod, put me on some stilts. I'll actually get the real bod going on. And they should have me perform, Kuba, you make it, the Eggman song, right? I am the Eggman. I got the master, and I'll just do the jam to it. I'll do a whole music video for it. It'd be sick. They should call me up. I'll be Eggman in a heartbeat. Holy shit, I'd love that.
As much as I want to be a detractor to this, the fact you offered me a piece of this cake and
no, you're in on this now. See, now you have to, right? That's called negotiations, motherfucker. I'm a genius. I'm a diplomat.
No, he watched Wolf of Wall Street one time, and now he's hot shit.
I didn't even pay attention.
All you paid attention to it was all the titties on screen. There's actually a lot of titties in that movie.
There are. It's Margot Robbie, so.
Yeah. I actually had a funny experience with that movie because when I
had to watch experience with that movie.
Listen, I had to watch it for homework. I had to watch it for a paper.
I'm sorry, which movie is it?
Wolf of Wall Street. Kuba, my eyes keep widening.
What do you mean you're white? You
literally emphasized how much tits were in this movie, and then go, by the way, I had to watch it for homework. We all know what that means. We all know.
No, actually,
okay, I see what.
Yeah, now you put that in.
I see what's happening here.
No, all I'm saying is I may or may not have gone to the bathroom multiple times because I drank a lot of water. But
well, you were just It's the same thing with Actually, you know what? I shouldn't mention Spy Kids here.
Please do not.
You guys
No. I think
that is so out of context for what I'm saying, but there's an inside joke.
We literally did mention that in one of the canceled episodes.
Okay,
so we
I just
do
also
know
want
what
to make
you're
it
talking
clear.
about.
I want to make it clear for the people at home listening. It is an inside joke, and it is not as bad as I thought.
No, it sounds bad.
Yeah,
He's right though.
Yeah, okay. I just want to cover my tracks there. I realize it sounds so bad out of context.
We literally did tell tell this story for the most part in the canceled episode.
Okay, so one day the audience will know what I'm talking about, and they'll think it's funny.
Maybe someday I'll sell a DVD with these episodes on it.
Like
what Nostalgia Critic did, right? Like he did that once, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll do that exact thing, and then people will be like, "Oh, that makes sense now." 5 years after the fact.
The thing is, it's not even. I mean, like,
no, he's right.
None of us actually did it.
Yeah, but he's okay. It's safe to say. It's not even say the name, but holy shit! I thought you were about to like go hard and say the name. Like, oh, I have to edit this.
No, I wouldn't want to.
No, I know. I was like, but I had to go.
I wanted to make the inside joke that we all understand.
Oh, we got it. Anyways, Kuba, Margot Robbie.
This fucking ruined what I was gonna say now.
I'm so sorry.
It's just because I was just gonna say that I didn't realize, and I ended up asking my dad if he wanted to watch the movie with me. So I watched the entire movie with my dad, and it's like, you know, it's a little weird seeing so many tits on screen with your dad sitting across from you in the living room. That's all I was gonna say. Now it's like, well, fuck. Now it's just like, shit.
I remember. Sorry, to add on to that, I remember watching Deadpool. I think it was Deadpool 2. There's a cameo where Stan Lee is in like the strip club or whatever, and there's a lot of tits on screen because they could just do that. And I was watching that movie with my family.
Oh god!
And everyone except for my dad, noticeably, turns towards me. The teenage
except for your dad.
My dad was focused on the movie, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Eyes on the prize.
Yeah, that plot was so important. Like he was like, "Oh, if I don't pay attention, man, I don't know."
He was appreciating the cinematography and the composition of the shot.
Man, those tits are really voluptuous right now.
The curvature is perfect. Her body is sinusoidal curve. Oh.
Don't use that term. That's such a stupid nerd term. Her body's so y equals mx plus v right now. Okay. Well, we're out of our rundown. Our rundown is just abandoned. But can we talk about Kanye West's Twitter like freak out?
Also, sorry, I just want to say, I'm sorry if you guys have been hearing noises through my mic. For some reason, my noise suppression turned off.
Oh, so I don't think we have been.
Okay, because I've like been adjusting my mic stand, and I noticed that when I do, it was lighting up. I'm like, oh, my suppression isn't on.
My suppression is a bit fucked, but there's no way they hear it out over you guys talking and vice versa.
Yeah. But I'm sorry, yes, Kanye, I saw that. Oh, he said he wanted to go DEFCON 3 on a group of people.
I was gonna say, can we say the group of people? Or
I don't want to say it, but I will send it to Kuba so he can.
It is well. I think we're probably gonna either Kuba or I will say it. There's no in between. Someone's saying this.
Well, okay. Well, you know, I'll read it out.
But it's in quotations. This is not. We are not.
This is a direct tweet from Kanye.
Verbatim.
This is after. Keep in mind. This is after he got banned on Instagram. He went to Twitter and he said he said, "Wow, Mark, you banned me off Instagram," and he posted a picture of them like hanging out at a party way back or something like that. And then Elon Musk replies to his tweets saying, "Welcome back to Twitter, my friend," or whatever he said. And the next day, Kanye tweets out, "I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on a group of people."
Orange
juice.
Orange juice.
You say
orange juice. I don't know if that's a nick. I don't know.
I don't know if that's more fucked up or less fucked up.
Why? Yeah,
it's not a nickname. It's not a nickname.
Okay. Anyways, he said the funny thing is, it was a group. So he said the funny thing is I can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew also, which I don't know how that makes sense.
Okay, I think if you go back far enough in the Bible, because everyone kind of originates from Africa.
Yeah.
But that
he
defeats
says,
the purpose of anti-Semitic in the first place, and that's a whole lot to go into right this minute.
yeah, he said, you guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who opposes your agenda. And that tweet got deleted, and then he started tweeting about how, like some stuff, like international news, it was more tame, but it's still crazy that somebody with, I'm assuming a huge PR team behind him, they wouldn't let him just tweet that, but he managed to. I think that is insane.
He has a PR team. Like
I'm sure he does.
No, here's the thing.
Listen,
he definitely. Yeah.
I want to bring us a little ways back to when he made something not exactly the same, but in case you all might remember, America had one very major problem that involved a certain group of people that composes 13% of the population.
Oh, I know.
And,
okay.
Yeah, and if I recall, I'm trying to find a tweet right now.
No, he's also a huge Trump supporter. Yeah.
I saw a tweet saying that his MAGA hat's probably fucking calling him from the closet like the Green Goblin suit.
That's a really. I imagine that scene in No Way Home when the Goblin helmet's like on the trash can or whatever, like in the alley.
Yeah.
Come on, Kanye. Do it for me.
But yeah, it's crazy that somebody with that big of a celebrity is like has no filter, and there's no team that stops him from posting this stuff. Nobody, he doesn't care about his social like outlook, and doesn't care about like how he looks socially, and that his fans are gonna back it. Yeah, he's gonna get away with it. Like
this is genuinely. I don't care what like I'm not a big fan of music. I know some people are. That's how it is. But he keeps doing shit like this. This is embarrassing. All right.
Yeah, like I like his music. I'm not the biggest Kanye fan, but like I do like his music for the most part. And it's like, what the fuck is he going on about? This is kind of insane.
I hate to compare him to M. M does some kind of similar, not similar, but Eminem. If you look at him, his NFT is his profile picture. Because he has people, he doesn't understand how the internet works. He doesn't know like Twitter and he's apparently really good at Donkey Kong, I've heard. But Eminem doesn't know how the arcade game. Apparently Eminem is really good at Donkey Kong. I don't know. Okay. That's apparently a real fact. But his picture on Twitter, his profile picture is an NFT because that's just what his marketing team did for him. He doesn't use Twitter. He doesn't bother with it at all.
Here's the polar opposite, right? Where the marketing team does nothing.
No matter what, the marketing team fucks up, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think we look at this either way. But even then, like, Kanye he's like a Hideo Kojima in my eyes. Where he can make something. No, hear me out. He needs someone to hold him back, but he can make something great. Like, Hideo Kojima made Metal Gear Solid, but he had Konami constantly pushing him back. The instant he got let out, he did Death Stranding. Make of that what you will.
Yeah.
And I think in the music scene, I think Kanye is a very similar. This is such a fucking like. I think I'm a prophet, guys. I think people go look at me like, oh my god, Doyle's a fucking genius.
Honestly, I can really agree with that, mainly because the only hardcore Kanye fan I know is also a hardcore Hideo Kojima fan. and I am not joking there. Like, oh my god. You got that 100% correct, and I can't be more shocked.
I think that's just my biggest fucking. Cause I remember reading a YouTube comment years ago. I was listening to like the Metal Gear Solid soundtrack. I shit you not. And the guy in the comments was like, "Yeah, this is what Kojima's like." He didn't say Kanye, but he basically said what I said, where like he needs Konami, he needs someone to hold him back. And so I just, oh my god.
No, like that is actually insane. That the only hardcore Kanye fan I know is also a hardcore like Hideo Kojima fan. That is insane to me that you just made that analogy.
So I do
because you don't know this person at all.
I don't know this person.
My school.
I guarantee I do not know this person. But I am a Kojima fan, not really a Kanye fan. But I've been listening to this week in particular. I've been listening to a lot more of older Eminem stuff, specifically from one album that I don't think ever actually came out, but it got leaked. I'm not gonna go into it too much, but I just miss angry rappers. I need more angry songwriters. Give me some anger. Let me be mad at the world for a minute.
Yeah, the issue with a lot of the music scene right now is that outside of metal, a lot of stuff is just super emo and sad now, I've noticed. Maybe that's just me, but everything's trying to appeal to kind of like the sad people crowd, and I get it. Depression and mental health issues are kind of at an all-time high. I think that's a thing we've never really talked about here, but I
No,
think it's
Oh,
that,
that's completely real.
That's
Yeah.
real. Yeah.
yeah. And some of
Especially
the-
because it's more and more easy to come to terms with like, hey, there might be something that's wrong with me, right? There's no like, there's much less of a stigma nowadays too.
So it's
There
easier
is,
to come up forward with it.
yeah.
Yeah,
We do have a reverse problem though, where I don't know if you boys remember this, but we have a lot of people who kind of like pretend to have mental illness when they don't. And there was this big thing where like people on TikTok were like with, fuck, it was with
I was about
it
to
called?
disagree with you, but
Then you said
I'm-
TikTok.
Yeah, I've seen like fake Tourette's and stuff on
Yeah,
TikTok, but
there-
Yeah,
it
there's-
is like 1 in a million, but like there are those people.
No,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fairly common, but there's some bigger ones who do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter of who gets big and who doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, also a clear like a telltale sign is like, are they making it like their main like personality? Yeah, I know tons of like streamers. Like, I'm sorry, I say tons as in like a handful. I know tons or like a handful of streamers that like have Tourette's and stuff like that, but they don't make it their personality. But once you see somebody doing that, if it's not for a cause or not something like that, it might be a telltale sign that it's just for attention, right? And I feel like that's where the people that are faking it go wrong. They make it a little obvious that they're doing it for attention, and it's not fair to accuse somebody of doing it for attention unless there's proof. But once there is proof, then it's like, wow, you're kind of an asshole, right? Because again, I don't like to accuse people without knowing for
Yeah.
sure. But once there is proof that they're like faking it, then it is like a kind of like a gut punch to that whole group of people, right? That whole community.
And it comes with it, like, I'm not an expert on these disorders. I don't know how all of them work, okay?
Yeah.
Because real talk, there's a metric fucking ton, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not... so there are subreddits and groups and whatnot that actually do go out and look for these fakers. I don't care.
Yeah. Where they witch
find
hunt.
these
Yeah.
They
I
witch
don't
hunt.
care.
They
Faker.
witch hunt. That's too much. What Kuba? What did you say?
I finally found you, faker.
Oh,
Fuck up.
okay.
I think you're the fake depressionist around here.
I would talk. I don't remember Sonic's dialogue in that. Wait, no, I don't remember Shadow's dialogue in that scene. But no, yeah, there's like this witch hunts and stuff. It's like it's not worth it. It's all on
Yeah.
TikTok too. I found. I've never seen it outside of TikTok.
I recall. Actually, I guess this is more of a physical disability thing, so it's not exactly the same shit. I guess it can kind of be said in the same breath with the whole these very specific subgroups with like issues. There was this one really big streamer. I don't know what his name. I don't remember what his name was, but he was like wheelchair bound, and he
I
made
know
a
who
whole,
you're
like,
talking about. I
point-
don't know his name.
Yeah, I've seen a video
Yeah.
on this.
And he
Yeah.
accidentally stood up on stream.
Yeah.
It's a miracle, guys! It's a
It was
miracle.
so fucking stupid. Like, that is insane. And that's like
Yeah.
that was the biggest example, I think. But that's a while ago. That's just
Well,
That was
it's
a while
also it also sucks because it's not like people are watching you because of you having a disability unless you're doing like a charity thing. They genuinely like your personality. Then like it's not like I'm gonna go out of my way to watch a streamer just because they have Tourette's or something, right? Like unless I genuinely enjoy watching them. Like there's like I don't find that being a factor in whether I watch you or not. It's just your personality, and it's like it must be like a huge gut punch to be watching a streamer, invest, maybe donate to them, subscribe to them, and then all of a sudden their whole platform and their whole like thing that they were pushing so hard is now all a lie, and you're like, wow, can I ever trust someone like this again? Like
yeah.
it just
fucked up.
sucks. It takes the whole community 10 steps backwards because it's like, well, if he's faking it, then how many other people on here are? And it's definitely a shame. And
I don't think there's much more to talk about that. I think this is a genuine, like, unanimous agreement. This guy's whoever does this is a fucking asshole.
yeah,
End of discussion. But yeah, I mean, in modern day, it's easier to come forward with these issues you're having. But whether or
Yeah.
not you're seeking treatment for them, whether or not they're officially diagnosed, all of that is still like, you know.
The one thing, as someone who has OCD, and also when I was younger had issues with generalized anxiety, I think it's especially insulting that the main reason most of this happens isn't even monetary. It's just for attention.
Yeah,
It
that
is.
Just
is
to
a
make
big
yourself
thing.
more popular and get those brownie points. And
Yeah.
That's all it
really
is now.
gets
Like I remember there was a sorry, Kuba, to cut you off. But there was like this huge phase where everyone would just say, "I'm depressed," just to get like become cool online, right? Like
Mhm.
your Discord bio would say, "Femboy, ooh, cat boy, depressed," and it's like, okay,
Yeah,
well,
it's like
let's
a lot of people taking like the depressed like mental health issue and being like and not understanding that that's an actual thing that people go through. It's not just like an emotional wave where it's like you have a very depressing week or like a very depressing moment in time. Whereas like they're misunderstanding that from being like an emotion that you feel temporarily to being an actual like I don't know would it is it like disorder or what is depression?
depression is like a disorder.
Yeah, we're
It's like
yeah
chemicals in your brain not working properly based
yeah,
on
and you
real life. Yeah,
But
and it's based on
can
anxiety too and stuff
yeah.
like
there's a
that.
lot
I,
of things that can
I do
factor
want
into it.
to yeah, I do want to clarify both depression and anxiety can both be completely biological, like you have this issue, but it can also be situational. So you have it for a period of time because it
Yeah.
can be caused due to your circumstances. If your whole family dies in a tragic accident and then you go and find out that your wife actually cheated on you before that accident and you lose all your belongings because you lose your job
Okay,
as a
this
result of
sounds
that.
really real. It sounds like you're not. It sounds
You know
like
from
a
experience,
personal
Kuba?
thing.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, that is a
That would
depressive
trigger
episode rather
depression.
than a depressed
Yeah.
depression diagnosis. Yeah.
Mm. And so it's fair that sometimes these people who never had any of these biological issues do fall to this. But I'm sorry, you don't have anxiety because you're stressed out because you didn't study a single time for your math exam
Okay.
this specific day.
uh, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, that wasn't direct at
That
all.
wasn't like on. Well, that's a topic for after the podcast.
But yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, that's exactly because I went to
Fuck,
go.
man.
I mean I'm pretty fine. I feel pretty fine with talking about this openly. I went for an ADHD diagnosis not so long ago, and when I talked to the specialist, he's like, "Yeah, you do have mild symptoms, but." It was like I was just going to see what was up. It was a free session, but it's like he was saying a lot of the things that deter people from going is that if you don't get a reference, because we're Canadian, I don't think it's I think I can say that right, guys.
No, yeah, you definitely can.
Okay, I was
we
just making
literally
sure.
said the provinces in which we live.
That is true. Okay,
We have
That's
yeah.
by the
literally-
president cities, yeah.
Yeah, don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
so
We haven't started
as
towns,
Canadian-
it's provinces.
Yes, as Canadians, an ADHD diagnosis is covered if you get referred to by your family doctor to a specialist.
Yeah.
But if not, it could be upwards of like 3,000 to 4,000 Canadian dollars to get a diagnosis or talk to a professional about it, and that deters a lot of people. And he was saying that, yeah, I'm glad that even if your symptoms are mild, you still came in and talked about it because a lot of people nowadays are feeling more comfortable thinking about if they might have those thoughts. Because I remember as a kid, like it was so negative to be considered like diagnosed with like ADHD and stuff to the point
Oh
where
my
it's like
God,
I remember having at our elementary school, Alex, where we had a mutual friend, or I don't know
I
if
know
he
who
was
you're
your
talking
friend.
about. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and he had told me, oh, I should pretend to have ADHD so I can get like a laptop when I work at classes because this is back when laptops were a common thing, right?
Which,
Just
remember, I
for
know who you're talking about, but I remember that conversation happening. You
Yeah,
told me
and
at like recess.
yeah, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to lie about having this. And ever since then, I had this stigma. I was like, no, surely I don't have it. And as of recently, he's like, yeah, you do have symptoms of it here, so you can personally help with it. And I'm glad I did go in because a lot of people nowadays, especially if you don't or unsure, you might as well go check. But at the same time, as I said, like it's very hard because people can't go get that checked if they can't get referred to by a family doctor or if they don't have that $3,000 to $4,000 just laying around,
Yeah,
right?
especially in other
So
countries like America, right?
yeah,
That's a
especially
pain.
yeah, and it does lead to quite a few people. Like it does it. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that, but it does add to the people that are faking stuff because they might just not understand. They probably weren't able to get a proper diagnosis, so they're just assuming, which is not always a good thing to do, but it's also it might be the best they can do, but it still isn't completely right to do.
It's so interesting you bring up these whole like stigmas and everything because I didn't have an issue with it financially, but as I've mentioned, I am diagnosed with OCD, and I was diagnosed with anxiety at the time, which I've gone
Yeah.
over that one because it wasn't biological in that sense. But yeah,
But real quickly, did you get those diagnosed before you were an adult?
yes,
Yeah,
I did
that's why. Because it's free if you're not an adult.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I didn't have that issue, but there was another thing that I didn't get diagnosis for when I was doing this because I got these diagnoses at the same time. But they also told me that they believed I had symptoms of Asperger's, and they wanted to
Oh.
diagnose me. But because
Why are
of
the burgers up there?
I don't know,
Yeah,
bro.
why
I
are
just,
why
I
is
just
your
really,
ass?
Sorry, that was a
I
good
was
old South
saving them
Park
for
joke.
later. It was for later, dude.
He's saving them.
Sorry, yeah, go on. I didn't mean to
No,
divert
good.
it.
And yeah, it's interesting because at the time, now it's like, fuck, why didn't I just get the diagnosis? It's like, I know that. But now it's like, I kind of declined proper diagnosis for that one as well because I didn't want to have Asperger's, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, no, I
I'm a little
totally get that.
stigmatized.
Yeah.
Yeah. I not only did I at the time not want that moniker when I was like, what, 14, 15,
Oh yeah, you
but
get bullied for it.
also, yeah,
Really, that's how it
exactly.
is.
And I didn't, yeah. Like, that's, I don't know what else to say about that. It's just,
You know,
Yeah.
on
really
a bit
was a
more
lot
of a semi-light-hearted. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I get some of that after.
on a bit more semi-lighthearted note, the Harvey Weinstein trial.
No,
Wait, did something happen with that?
no,
or-
it just started in Los Angeles.
It just
Oh,
started, yeah.
okay.
On a bit more lighthearted note, there is someone, not lighthearted for them, but for lighthearted for us, at my work, whose last name is Butt, like Butt.
No way.
No, I'm not even fucking with you.
Why-
I found out they made me sign something before I left, like because we're doing a survey right now, but I do a really sad, a sad story coming up. But this is my way of breaking that, going in between,
Of breaking the bad, so to speak.
breaking the bad. You know, doing some meth or whatever. You know how it is. You know, maybe killing a guy named Gale. So,
Fuck
It's
people
okay.
named Gale, bro.
guys, please watch Breaking Bad.
I want to. I'm going. I finished.
I already
finished up to
spoiled
season
most
7
of you, and
Game
I
of
feel
Thrones.
so bad for you.
Me? No, it's okay.
I regret doing that so much. It's such a good show. I regret.
I honestly, I don't remember anything, and even if I do,
Good.
I'm sure half the show has been spoiled to me through
If I'm-
like individual TikToks and
if
like
I'm gonna be
Minecraft
honest-
memes.
If I'm gonna be honest, everything happens a bit sooner than I thought that I remember it doing, just
Yeah.
because of memes. So like episode 2, there's something that happens that I thought was way later in the show, and so forth and so on.
Yeah.
But anyways,
It's okay. I don't remember, but yeah, go on.
there's a person who works at the place I work, where everyone knows, but I don't want to say it again. What's the last name? But and I had to sign a survey. That's how I know. I did a survey. We're doing a survey for whether or not we want to keep masks at the restaurant.
Okay.
If you don't know, in Canada right now, it's pretty much optional. Most restaurants don't wear them. Most actually, I can't think of a single place
None
that
do.
fucking does.
No place forces you to wear masks anymore. You don't have to wear
Yeah.
them on any.
Where
public
I do,
transit
they
vehicle.
do.
There are
Yeah.
like individual like fast food or like restaurants that like still do wear them, but it is for the
Yeah.
most part optional. And
Mine in particular does.
Yeah,
And
that's weird.
there's a survey going on right now. They sent it to us all in the email. I got it, and I said it should just be optional because it's really fucking stupid to force everybody to do it if only like 50% of people want to do it. Like, it's dumb.
yeah, and vice versa. If nobody wants to do it, you should still have the option if you want to.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, guys, listen. Actually, you make a really good point there. I work the overnights, right? There's no one else in the building except me, the manager, the kitchen guy, and the maintenance guy. There are 4 fucking people here, dude. What do you care if I wear it or not? And that's it's not that I'm
the
against
corporate
wearing
cares
masks.
about you. They care about your safety.
Yeah, my ass. There is a real reason behind it, and I can't talk about that on camera. I'll talk about it after you guys want, but I can't say here. But I was told the real reason.
Okay.
But it's stupid. And I'm not a big fan of it. I hope they're. From what I'm gathering, apparently the survey is going in direction that we're gonna keep the masks. Again, I'm not against wearing it. I just rather have the choice. I don't need to wear it at school. I don't need to wear it anywhere else. It's weird that I need to wear it.
Yeah, that is true. That it is like a chain decision, right?
Yeah.
Or is it a chain decision, or just your specific location?
Every restaurant owned by this person.
Okay. Oh, but by that specific
So
person.
about 10 to 12 restaurants, I think. I can't remember.
It's a franchise, obviously.
It's a franchise.
But it's just that person who owns those restaurants in the franchise.
Yes.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware, maybe there were... Because there's probably like another higher up before it, right? Like the actual company.
Yeah, that's true. But it's not like the whole company in Canada has to do this.
Oh,
it's not
I'm sure some of them have already dropped it.
Yeah, okay.
But from
that is weird. Yeah.
It is weird. I'm not a big fan of it, but I don't know. It doesn't.
I mean, if I had the choice, I probably wouldn't. I mean, I do have the choice actually at work. Like when I have quite a few coworkers. Like throughout the summer, I worked with a coworker that would wear it every day. Two coworkers that would wear it every day, and it's like, it's fine at the end of the day. Like, if you want to wear it or not, but it's just weird that every single place has the option to, but of all the places, your place of work doesn't. Because I would imagine that's the first place to give you the option.
You think, right? But no, we're really safe about that, right? I can assure you that they do take care of their food and whatnot. It just, I don't know, it kind of baffles me that, especially for us overnight, that they actually really give a shit. Listen, they've cut corners in the worst places. I'll tell you what, me wearing that, some customers even ask, "Oh, do you still have to wear a mask?" And I go, "Really, I'm just wearing because the manager was going to walk in 10 minutes." Like, that was a real conversation I had with a regular who I see in town regularly. Actually, fun fact.
You have just exposed yourself. I hope McDonald's never sees this.
Fucking let them. Fire me. I don't care.
Oh, I thought we were trying to avoid saying McDonald's.
No, we said it in the past.
Okay. That's why it took me so long to make my point. I was trying to find all the ways to avoid saying it again.
I was avoiding saying it too, but just because like the less I say it, the better. But no, we've said it in like the past.
We've said it
at least one time in the past 4 episodes that are uploaded to YouTube. Listen, guys, stop.
Well, yeah, that also reminds me, it kind of opens my eyes. My university has a mask mandate, and again, there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like if any place should have it, it would be a university, because there's thousands and thousands of kids walking through every day, and we even have a system where it's like if one person gets COVID or anything, you have to like let the school know, and that way it just notifies everybody.
Mine does that too.
Yeah, and it's like, of all places, I think that makes the most sense, and doctors' offices and places like that. But it's just weird that I would think McDonald's would be the first place to give you the option, if anything. But I can also see them being safe.
Okay, I can't talk about the real reason yet, so.
Okay, just let me know after.
You guys actually have like all these mask mandates in certain places anymore, because it's funny you bring up schools, because my university, despite being back like a year ago infamously bad with the COVID protocols to the point that everyone was annoyed with them, we don't have anything like that anywhere anymore. I don't even think doctors' offices do it anymore. You just get like they just like scan you to see if you have a cough or anything. We don't. I didn't wear a mask last time I went to a clinic. They just scan you to see if you have like a cold or a fever.
You also got to remember how crazy the people are where you live, or at least how like people travel all the way to where you are from.
Yeah, you are in a very central location.
Yeah,
right?
You are in the fucking armpit there.
I'm the armpit.
You're the armpit of Canada.
There's no sugarcoating it. That's the armpit where all the people go to complain about that kind of stuff. So I'm not surprised that they loosened up there.
I do hate to change topics, but I have one short or 2 short stories to talk about, and one that can go on for a minute. They're not really political or gaming related. I just do want to talk about them. This one could be political, but it's also really short. Did you guys see that video of the officer shooting at a 17-year-old kid in his car?
Emphasis.
What?
You saying this is funny?
It is funny, because how is this allowed? There was, in San Antonio, Texas, an officer shot a 17-year-old in his car at a McDonald's parking lot eating his food.
Oh my god.
There is a 1-minute video. You can watch it. I'll send you the article, actually.
Rather not.
The kid is alive. The kid is alive. He was in the hospital. The hospital did call... I sent you the wrong thing, Koo. That's...
Oh god, it's porn. Oh god, wait, no, what is it?
We cannot talk about that stream.
Oh my god.
Holy shit! The world will never know what that is. Anyways, here's the article. Oh my fucking god, that's the biggest fuck up in my career. Anthony's like, what the fuck did he just send?
Yeah.
You'll see.
No,
I have to show you now. There's no choice.
Are you sending it to him right now?
I didn't send him that. I'll send him after the show.
Okay.
When the camera's off, Anthony, I'll send it to you. That
Okay.
is such a big fuck up.
This is actually the worst thing.
If you were a guest, Anthony, I'm so glad I didn't send it to you first. Holy shit. Yeah, I just sent him my porn tabs, guys. Sorry. Anyways.
Wait, legit?
No.
Hey,
I don't
okay,
save
sorry.
those.
I have no context.
No, he really
trust
doesn't.
me. Trust me, you'd rather get his porn tab. It would be easier to explain.
Anyways,
It would
by the way, no, it wouldn't. But anyways, yeah. So apparently, as the story goes, and this article doesn't explain it. There's more to it in American news if you keep up with it. Apparently, the car that this kid was driving is the same model as a car that escaped from this officer the same night. Did he check the plates? No. Did he talk to the man inside the car? No. What happened, according to the kid's testimony or whatever, is that the officer, he thought the officer, or whoever it was that just opened his car door with no warning, was carjacking him, which is fair. That is terrifying.
Yeah, okay. Because I was gonna say, yeah, because I don't know how I feel talking about this, but like, yeah, you can see in the video he does like start to reverse right away. He is terrified. He was caught like mid-eating. He starts to drive away, and then he's getting shot at. I can't imagine what was going through his head.
No, I would do the exact same thing, except maybe I go forward. I'm gonna be.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think I would have started moving unless like.
No, I
would.
But
then again, it's like, what do you expect? Well, okay. Sorry. First off, it looks like he's. No, yeah, he is parked there. That's grass. It looks like the road for a second.
Yeah, he's parked
But
eating his food.
He also his car's also on, and he has his cop go up and open his door. Like normally they're supposed to knock on it and you roll the window down,
rules,
right?
and those cops skip most of them.
Yeah, and yeah, I hate to talk about this for too long because it is really fucking depressing.
This is
scary.
fucking depressing. This is awful.
But like, I can't fully blame him for wanting to reverse when the police just swung his door open and
listen,
because they didn't point a gun at him, but he looks like I would assume if you see a guy with a vest on, and as you start backing up, he quickly pulls out his gun. Like,
yeah,
I would be scared too.
I can't play the video right now because it'll probably be sound, and I can't have sound on my end of the stream because it'll play. Yeah. But no, I would probably do the exact same thing. I have video evidence of people trying to break into my cars before. If I was in the car when that happened, you bet your ass my first instinct would be to get out of there. What am I in? A car. And I want you to believe this. This child, this 17-year-old man, these charges have been dropped, by the way, was charged with assaulting an officer with a car door and for running away from an officer, I believe.
Yeah. Well, okay. At the same time, this whole situation is like undefendable.
Yeah, this is terrible on the officer's part.
Yeah, but at the same time, they do try to put as many charges as they can down on anybody in a situation, so they can just keep them kind of like in the system, right?
But that's exactly it, is keeping this kid who is innocent in the system because you shot him 6 times.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things where they have to figure out what it was, and they need to make sure they have some things like
but just so happened they were
down.
Wrong.
Absolutely, I'm sure they watched this after and were like, "Holy shit, what the fuck happened?" I want to jump in though.
The cop was fired. He's not being arrested for this. This is attempted murder. I'm just gonna jump in this. That was how many shots? I can't watch the video right now. How many shots was that? Holy shit!
Like, here's the thing. I wholeheartedly agree. There are rules of engagement for police officers, and I think a lot of people don't realize that there are many situations where police officers do need to shoot. I specifically remember one time we were talking with a friend. I don't know, you
Yes.
weren't there. Sorry,
I don't
Doyle. I
think
thought
I
you
was there,
were.
but I
You
know I
weren't.
talked to friends about
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, but I was talking with our friend who is going into police work, and also another friend. The other friend was like, "Oh, why don't they just shoot the gun out once and that's it? And why do they have to shoot so many rounds?" And a lot of people don't realize when an officer has to shoot, the intention is to shoot. At that point, you accept the reasonability that you're going to kill because there's a threat that is
Yeah.
present that it can affect other people. In this situation, you can't justify there being any extent to anyone being threatened in any way. There is someone fleeing unarmed, very obviously unarmed, because all he's doing is trying to fucking flee. And you're unloading the blicky like you're a cop in GTA.
I'm not a lawyer, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think in Canada, 3 shots minimum. This is like again Texas, different. Um, there was an incident years ago where a cop shot 3 times, and then shot 6 more times, and he lost his job among other things because of that. He shot more. The court agreed that 3 shots was the minimum. Like, okay, that's fair enough. You shot 3 times, suspect was down, but you shot 3 more times, and that's where you fucked up. And that's where I think Canadian cops kind of do it better, like because the court holds them to it. Is those shots after that, you fucked up, you lose your job. This guy, he lost his job because that video went viral. There is no more to this. The only reason this cop is out of a job for attempted murder is because this video happened to go viral. That is terrifying. Holy shit!
Like, because it's crazy, and I hate to like talk about this for longer because it is a pretty uncomfortable topic, to be fair.
It's terrifying.
But it's one of those things where it's like you can't even justify it if you had walked up to him and knocked on his window and talked to him directly and he started to drive away. He was very clearly unarmed. You didn't even run the license plate to make sure it was the same person you were chasing down earlier. All these things, it's like any other way this could have gone, there was still no justification, as far as I know, to even do anything like that. Even if he started driving away, like.
Yeah, and there's like American laws that we're not sure about, right?
Yeah, I think
but
at the end of the day, we're Canadian, but
right, but I think it's still safe to jump in and say this is fucked up, considering this is fucked up. He lost his job for it.
And good for that, but like still, that's crazy. That I don't know, just the whole situation.
We do have one more story. I'll let Kuba finish takeaway.
Yeah, this takeaway, and I think this is a great way to look at it. I don't know if you gentlemen know, but in Canada, our education for police officers in most places is significantly more formalized, and there's a lot longer of process than there is in the U.S. From what I recall, like in the U.S., the amount of education you need to be able to be a police officer is significantly less, and that's a big factor, I think, in why this happens so much there compared to here. And I think that's something that we need to acknowledge a lot more, that we really should have our police officers know what the fuck they can and can't do, and also examine them more thoroughly before we let them into the force.
Exactly. Yeah. Especially because guns are used a lot less here, so, right? If you see a shot, like shots fired, there's probably a reason for it.
Well, even recently, there's been like a lot of well, not a lot. There's been like 2 or 3 instances of gun violence happening recently, within the past few weeks, and it's all been dealt with like quickly and formally too. I think like the one big issue here is like the carjackings, where like cars get shipped to other countries.
Again,
that's the big problem here right now.
Again, I haven't locked the car to it yet because I know how to lock my car door and I have cameras set up. Just saying, guys. But no, it is a real problem.
Yeah, like here versus the U.S., things are much different, and I think it goes to show that you can do things in certain ways to make them better. I guess that's a way of putting it. Again, our police officer training is different as far as I know. Yeah, like Kuba was saying.
So we are running out of time, but I'm gonna quickly go over the last story. Mostly because I told Kuba about beforehand, and he really wants to hear more about it.
Oh
chess,
no!
the chess drama, and we're gonna quickly speedrun this one, guys.
Okay. I know about this.
So Hans Niemann and Magnus Carlsen had a match, I guess, like a week or two ago, and Hans Niemann is ranked 16th or something. Magnus Carlsen, obviously number 1. Magnus started with white, which is a huge advance in chess, and miraculously lost. We don't know how, but he.
Well, no, we all know he had something going on.
We'll get to that. But Hans Niemann, Magnus Carlsen, basically, without directly saying it, accused him of cheating using. Well, he didn't say what. He didn't say
It was
how he
it was
accused.
that gif of that soccer coach.
Yeah, he
where
used
he's
a
like,
gif.
if I speak, I'm in trouble. What's his name?
Yeah, he was in
Marino.
I don't know who the coach is, but yeah, that is how it went. And people started speculating, like, how did he cheat? What did he do? Because people just believe Magnus, because number 1 in the world.
Yeah, number 1 for so long, and you get beaten with this like kid.
Yeah, with this guy who, statistically, how the fuck did that happen, right?
Yeah, on pages like that shouldn't have happened, but like at the same time, like they're both like, as far as I think Magnus streams sometimes, but they're both like big streamers in like the chess Twitch community.
Yeah,
it's kind
I'm
of
not
crazy.
really caught up on the chess streaming community. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah,
I'd love
me neither.
to be.
I
That's
just
hype.
seen clips.
Yeah, but people start speculating, and Kuba, this is the amazing part. This is where it gets crazy. People started
This is why
speculating.
it's on a headline.
Well, okay, wait. Before you drop the bomb, I want to preface this by saying people have proven a few years ago that you can cheat in chess by using your toes to press buttons, basically
In your
being the equivalent of your input that you input that you
E4 or whatever.
yeah,
right?
exactly. So people have proven that you can do that, and if you receive a response, like a sense response, that would tell you what your most your best move could be.
Mm-hmm.
And am I allowed to drop the bomb?
Do you want to drop it?
Doyle?
You can drop it.
Yeah, sure. They accused him of
Actually, you guys want to talk
a-
about this for a second? I need to go take a piss real quick. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
So
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
They accused him of, I don't know how it would have worked. I think he would have inputted the things with his toes, like allegedly, but he would have received his sensory response on where to move based on a vibrating apparatus in his nether regions.
A very eloquent way
Yeah.
with words. Thank you.
Yes, a plug of sorts.
A plug of sorts.
Yes,
Okay,
that is
okay.
the alleged way of cheating. I just want to be clear. That's bullshit. I don't think anybody would go that length to cheat, like especially because they're both like, I don't know. I don't think he wasn't bragging about it. He wasn't being crazy about it.
Why
like
would he brag about it? A good cheater is not going to make it easier to accuse him of cheating, right? A good
Yeah.
conman. A good conman will never alert you to them being a conman. So you
Yeah.
could assume that possibility there. But then the thing about you suggesting that he wouldn't go to those lengths, do you know how crazy chess people go? Like
that is true, yeah. But I also, it's not like out of the realm of possibility that like rank like 16th player got lucky. And, like apparently like the reason that set people off was like he was making plays that he normally doesn't do, and that on paper seems unoptimal, but to a computer might. That's what I heard. I just think that's crazy. Like again, they're professionals, and maybe that he wasn't prepared, or like maybe Magnus wasn't completely prepared for that level of play or that type of play. I think it's kind of crazy. Again, it's never not a possibility, but like I think it's a little ridiculous to think that somebody put something in their nether regions to cheat.
no, they're just built different, bro.
Yeah, they
They're
should.
just a little different.
I recently watched a documentary on YouTube, just a quick little like 15-minute video about El Chapo and stuff. And apparently, the prison he was at has the prisoner squat down 3 times before they get put into a cell. Like, it'd be so funny if before a chess tournament you have to undress, squat down 3 times to make sure anything gets loose. I heard that, again, I'm quoting this from the video. paraphrasing, I guess. I don't want to say the exact phrasing. You had to pull up a part of your adult male parts to make sure there's nothing hidden there and stuff like that. And it's crazy. Like, what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to just like? Because I can imagine now that there'll be one or two people out there trying to do this after hearing this crazy idea just because.
Yeah, I know.
No,
That's...
the amount of people, because again, chess is probably the longest running competition that we still engage in to this day.
Yeah, the chess lore goes crazy.
It is crazy, dude. Holy shit.
Bro, you don't get patch notes for like 1,000 years, of course.
You don't get patch notes for 1,000 years, and suddenly people are sticking vibrating butt plugs up their ass.
I'm gonna say maybe we should just let Overwatch not get updated.
Yeah.
Just saying.
No. You got a point. You got a point.
No,
there.
it's absolutely fucking nuts. But I'm not sure if Anthony told you because again, I was upstairs, I was dealing with something. Other than my piss, actually, there's something more to that. But there have been Hans Niemann, whatever, has cheated well over 100 times.
Oh, really? I haven't heard of this.
This is new. This came out like a day or two ago. Chess.com has determined that he has played best when clicking to another tab to do his moves.
Okay.
Basically, they're saying, yeah, you've cheated well over 100 times. You've been using a chess bot on another tab. We know. And there's more to this because they have actually, Chess.com has bought the Play Magnus Carlsen group, or whatever it is. Magnus Carlsen's chess group. So no shit, they're taking his side on every single argument. But also, if their studies are true, and I'm not like caught up on it, I don't really know what's going on there. Yeah, you have cheated fucking hundreds of times. And
well, that's also the
coach,
thing. Yeah. Sorry, I just want to read this article here out loud. Because like you were saying, again, because I totally forgot to mention that. Yes, they did buy his like chess group or whatever his it's like a team kind of or an org essentially.
Yeah, it's an organization. Yeah.
Yeah, so they bought it, so of course they're taking his side. And I was thinking, okay, well, if they take his side and they claim that Hans has been cheated online before, then it's kind of like, it's clear that they might be lying about that, or it might be a little fabricated. But here I have an article that just starts off by saying, I have a shocking admission to make. I am a chess cheat, or at least world champion Magnus Carlsen would brand me as a chess cheat. So he's
admitted to it before.
He's okay. I haven't seen...
so
let's see here.
After the first the accusation where Magnus basically called him out, he basically said, "Yeah, I've cheated twice before in chess." But he said none of those were for prize money. But Chess.com's new thing comes out, their article, their research that says, "No, you've cheated since you were 12 years old."
Well, I have a different quote here. You said it wasn't for prize money. I have a quote here that says, "But Niemann was young, rebellious. Says he was living alone and needed money and cheated online."
Okay, that's not. No, I'm quoting from his actual article that he said right after losing to Magnus. Oh, beating Magnus. Okay,
so
sorry.
Yeah, this is more recent than he has admitted to cheating online.
That one just came out now.
Yeah.
Though that's new, anyways. Not like right now in the past like day or two. But yeah, I think that article you're reading from is right after or while.
Yes, just 2 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah, because after the thing came out, he basically said, "Yeah, I've cheated once or twice in my past," because they caught him cheating before. But it wasn't for prize money. In this article's on YouTube, whatever. It wasn't for prize money. I was kind of. And he gave some bullshit excuse. He was like, "Yeah, I was cheating to show the fallacies in their cheat software to catch you cheating."
Bullshit.
And it was like, dude, everyone knows this bullshit, but we can't prove it yet. And then they come out with this new page, and they get 100 might be hyperbole. I don't remember. But really, I do really wish Magnus just came out and said, "Dude, you're cheating. We all know you're cheating. Can you stop?" Because the fact that Magnus is being silent on it means I can't really take a side. Sorry.
I know, but if it is proven true, I do think he shouldn't be able to play anymore, like at a competitive level. I just think that's a line that people need to draw. Yeah, exactly. And the fact that he's cheated before and he's admitted to it, and he's still allowed to play at this level is already kind of, I think, spits in the spirit of the sport.
Well,
Yeah, just wait.
I'm looking at an article from 2 days ago, and I'm seeing that basically the same thing. They're saying that like you said, he's tabbing out, and as as late as 2020, they've detected him tabbing out like during things. But I would also like to point out here, sorry, I just want to make sure I have this correct. Uh,
All
out
good, all
of
good.
strength improve. So he has the highest strength improvement within people ages. Okay, well this is also a graph that literally cuts him off like as the last
God.
possible person that can be on it. It's as specific as age 11 to age 19.25. That how oddly specific do you have to be to
Yeah, there's a
cut
lot
it
to
down
go
to
into
him?
this. That
Yeah.
we as not chess players don't really understand, right?
Yeah,
Um,
this is a Wall Street Journal article, and they're talking about it, and like they're talking about how there always remain serious concerns about how rampant your cheating was in prize events, and talking about it to him. We're prepared to present strong statistical evidence that confirm each of those cases above, as well as clear toggling and non-toggling evidence, stuff like that. I don't see anything about his response or if he talked about it to anybody or like said anything. But then they go on to talk about how they bought the Play Magnus app for nearly $83 million. And it's like, again, I can't help but think that
there's definitely
some
something
of
up here.
that there's so there yeah, I mean, you spent 83 million on a person who you thought was sure shot to win a tournament, and then he flukes out to what is a 19-year-old kid, and you're pulling out every stop in the book to be like, yeah, he had a butt plug up his butt to cheat.
Well,
Like,
that butt plug thing was like a joke. The media
yeah,
just kind of picked up on. I got my headset cut out for most of that, so I couldn't hear most of the conversation.
yeah, but
Um,
yes, it's like it is a little fishy. I
there's
don't care
definitely
enough to
something
take
wrong
a
here.
side, but like, if I were to look at it from an outside perspective, which I am, it's like it definitely sees a little one-sided here.
Yeah, there's something up, and there's a real chance that we'll never know the truth behind this mystery.
Yeah,
Uh,
Regardless, even if it is dumb and probably not accurate, just the idea that w- the
yeah,
guy who
that's
beat Magnus Carlsen randomly just out of nowhere is the prison wallet king.
yeah.
That's something about
I
that
think
brings
they
me
should put
here.
me up against Magnus Carlsen, guys. I think I might have a shot here.
You're the new prison wallet king.
I'm the prison wallet king, and Magnus, come at me, brother.
That's hilarious.
So real quick,
Doyle just does a little like hop up randomly every like couple of turns, and
you
then just
literally,
looks awkward,
you
huh?
visibly see me vibrate. I'm gonna move this guy here, I think. Real quick, we are at the 2 hour mark.
Oh, is this the point where we have a little you have a little thing for us to do?
I have a
Or
little
for you
thing.
to
I
do, I
have a
mean?
little thing. And this is our first Canadian drink.
Okay.
And you were there when I bought this, actually.
I was, yes.
I bought 3 bottles at once. This is the third one. This is a fucking fantastic whiskey. I brought this with me to Puerto Rico because they have a way to buy it. There you go.
Oh,
I'm
it's
gonna
not
get
fair. I don't know if it's completely fair that you're doing a review on a drink you've tried before, is it?
Oh no, I gotta do it, man. You gotta review drinks you had. You gotta review drinks you haven't.
Okay.
And
Okay.
trust me, I have reviewed drinks that I haven't. They have almost killed me. There's one in particular I don't want to think about. There's one in particular.
Episode 50.
So
Episode 50.
this is Crown Royal. This is the generic. This is simple Crown Royal flavor. They come in other flavors like vanilla and shit. And I just want to point out that this is again 375 milliliters. Before Kuba asks me, this is the
How much is the
sexiest.
price?
Oh, same price. No, about $17. Fucking asshole.
Okay.
He asks me that every time, every single time. Someday I'm gonna get the hang of
You
it.
gotta do it for the audience.
I
You
do.
gotta do it for the audience. You gotta know what they're purchasing.
Before I get into the taste, because I haven't tasted this, I got a small bottle here. That's why it's 375 milliliters. This is the sexiest fucking bottle of alcohol I've ever held in my hand. All right, the glass has a pattern in it and everything. The cap is a crown. These motherfuckers put it all into the show here, okay? Whereas with Smirnoff, which I did last week, it was just a plastic bottle. No. This is just where it's at. These guys care. Okay? There's a whole bunch of text on the back I'm not going to read. 40% alcohol. Let's go. The only way you can make this bottle better is if instead of, like, it's a twist-off cap, you could make that a cork. That'd be so fucking hot. Smells like whiskey. That's nothing special about that. It's a little sweeter than Jack Daniels, but definitely sweeter than Jack Daniels by a smell.
All right.
Holy hell, I really should get a shot glass for this, but I'm just going to swig from the bottle. Here's the thing. So, wow, that's okay. So with whiskey, and the vodka did this too, is if you drink as much as I do in a shot. Fuck, hold on. It
took
hits
more
you,
than you can handle.
I definitely took a bit more on that shot there, but it hits you in the nose as well. I'm not sure if Anthony, I'm not sure if you ever felt that when you took a shot.
Sorry?
When you drink like a hard liquor, it can, especially if vodka hits you in the stomach, you feel like a fire in your stomach sometimes.
Yeah.
But like with whiskey in particular, I find it hits you in the nose. It's a really weird way of putting it, but it feels like your nose is full of something for a second.
Yeah.
This got there a lot faster. But it's also really easy to down. Like, it tastes like Jack Daniels, but not as hard. Let me put this aside now. But fuck, that's such a sexy bottle. Genuinely, like, that is fucking fantastic. I think that's probably my favorite whiskey of all time.
Of all time.
Well, as of right this minute. Well, there's one other whiskey that competes. But whether or not I'll get a bottle of that, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
I have a bottle of it, but it's like half finished. So, and it doesn't taste the same as it used to. But this is probably the best drink. Like, listen, I know I'm biased. I love Crown Royal, okay? This shit's dope as fuck. I brought this and another drink, specifically Canadian drinks, to Puerto Rico with me. It had my friends try it, and they preferred this. Okay? This shit's dope. Jack Daniels is a good whiskey. If you're going for like a harder taste, I'd go with Jack Daniels. But any day of the week, I'd probably take a Crown. Like, I get Jack Daniels bottles in bulk. They're easier. They're more like, I guess, popular. Everyone knows Jack Daniels, especially Americans. But Crown Royal, dude, that is probably the best drink I've had in this show so far. Fuck me, that's good. Hold on, I'm pulling that back over here.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it?
Oh my god, I feel like it'd be a dick move if I made this a 10, but I'm probably gonna make it a 10. Obviously, possibility for it to move down over time. Maybe I'll get like a drink that's way better than this, right? But the generic Crown Royal is better than Jack Daniels, I'll put it that much. Costs about the same. The bottle is so fucking sexy. Holy shit. Genuinely, of all the liquor on the show, this is the coolest bottle. You put this on your shelf, everyone thinks you're a fucking badass.
Like looking at this bottle, I look at it and I feel like
cool.
Queen Elizabeth, minus the being dead part.
Yeah. I think you get Jack Daniels if you want to try and impress people for some reason. I've been there.
Wow.
Andy knows.
Yep.
Fuck off. Well, Jack Daniels is also like not hard to drink. I think these two are in the same regard that anyone can just pick up and drink it. It's not like, it's not super fucking difficult like elitist liquor. But I think Crown Royal is like you need to know what's good to get it. There's two other liquors in my mind that I know of right now that I could compare to this that I'd need to try on the show. But for me personally, it's probably a 10. This is one of my favorite drinks of all time. I'm having another shot right now. I'm doing it right now. Hold on.
All right, let's go. This one's got the Doyle seal of approval.
It had my Doyle seal. If you can get your hands on this shit, man, go wild. God, I love that shit. I got a fun story about Crown Royal. That's like the first drink I ever got drunk on.
Oh yeah?
Not even fucking with you. We did the guys got mad at me for it. We did a GTA heist. It was a prison break heist. And every time we lost, I just shot. And we weren't really good at the game. To put it lightly. So, 6 rounds in, dude, and at that point I was new to alcohol, right? Oh my god, I downed a whole bottle of that shit. But yeah, I like Crown Royal a lot. That's kind of
Nothing will top.
Yeah.
Sorry, nothing will top the Gmod video of you.
No! What? Guys, give me 100.
That's where we leave it.
Give me 100 subs. That's getting leaked. It's not.
No,
it's not. It's not.
That.
Please do.
That
Please
is-
do not.
That is archived. And
You have,
never
like-
leaving my
It's
archive.
weird that I'm like okay with you having blackmail on me.
No.
Like, that's,
The thing is, I wouldn't even want to use it as blackmail because I'm in that video.
you're in it too. Yeah, all of us get fucked.
Like I didn't do
know.
anything wrong in that video. It's just by
Well,
association.
no.
right?
To be fair, there's one part I can't say it, but I think you fucked me
No,
over.
that was Evan.
Oh, was it Evan? I don't remember. I was pretty fucked
if
up.
I
If you
remember-
didn't remember.
Oh no, sorry. You did something and I brought attention to it. I
Yes,
know what
yes,
you're talking about.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's not go into it. Anyways, that's Cool Trick of the Day. That is by far in the 5 episodes this show has run. That's the best drink so far. If you can get your hands on Crown Royal, I recommend it. Holy shit! I'm probably gonna drink more of that after this episode's done. Got a bottle. I might as well use it, guys.
Absolutely.
Fucking Christ, that's good. That's White Guys podcast for today. I'll let the guys do their goodbyes. I'm gonna have another sip here. Sorry.
Alrighty, well that's a goodbye from me. I have been Big Tony, also known as Anthony. I have nothing else to say.
Do you
want
want to like put your Twitter in it? Because we'll put in the
No, you know what I'm gonna plug? I'm gonna plug Kuba Kachow on Spotify.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can find it on Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music, all that shit will be linked in the description.
God damn
It's
it.
a pure
Now you have work
absolute
to do.
banger.
No. It's already. We haven't set up so automatically put in the description. I just hate.
Oh,
that.
okay. There you
No,
go.
if you actually look at the description, I think it's really funny. I have
That's
one.
hilarious, yeah.
I have one link. He has 3. 'Cause I just like I put all my stuff on one channel. He's all like, "Hey guys, look at Kuba Catch on Apple Music and Spotify and fucking SoundCloud and your
I'm
mom."
sorry, I can't do anything.
Yeah, no,
about
the
this.
hustle's real. That's my plug. I'm plugging you today, Kuba.
Yes,
Fuck you
sir.
guys.
What's
All
up? Stay
right.
foxy, Tony, stay foxy, bro.
I guess you can check out my short films, whatever the hell I do, where Big Tony will probably appear whenever
Oh,
I
hell
get to
yeah, I
actually
will.
filming them. In the description, I'm the first one though. That's my perk. Is I'm before him. So that's what I get. You get 3, I get first. Okay.
You get the first kill per
First is the worst, but second is the best.
Oh, shut the fuck
Exactly.
up, ladies and gentlemen. That's
I
White
don't know
Guys
about
Pod-
third and fourth though.
Yeah, fuck those guys. Second is first loser. All right, that's why they didn't laugh at that. That's White Guys podcast. See you guys next week.